Yeah, but subscribing on YouTube doesn't give any money. We're just fucking insane.
Yeah.
For every new subscriber, we pull a tooth.
For every new subscriber, we'd fucking rip out one of Paula's hairs. For every new subscriber, we light Polly on fire for 1 second.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Bronx, by the way, burgers are ready if you want to go get one out the loop.
Burgers are ready.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
The burger episode.
Off the stream, I
Again.
gotta go.
We should not do. We're not gonna do a sequel stream. We're not doing sequel fucking episodes. We're not doing sequel bullshit. This and that. No, not happening.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Degeneracy Live, episode 91. How is everyone today? Daniel, let's start with you.
Hey, yeah, I'm doing pretty well right now. Just been doing some recording beforehand. How you doing?
Bragg, I'm doing well. We'll get to it in a moment, though. SRV, what's new with you? What's your wacky ideas for today?
I'm pretty down in the dumps. I was in contention to be the new pope, but they rejected me.
Oh, did you make the short list?
Listen.
Did you make the short list?
No, they kicked me out right away because I was trying to film the proceedings. You know, for a YouTube stunt.
Wow, what a soul punch, am I right?
You think
Real soul
you think
punch. Hey, that
you
sounds
think
like
it's
a soul
Joey
punch.
duty?
Yeah, well, every priest in the world like has to become pope at some point. They're just drafted to do it.
Yeah.
That'll be funny as
What a
hell.
fucking waste of like money and shit. By the way, just saying. Siri, what's up with you?
Watching the new pope get elected was pretty fun.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Of
Hey, why do
course.
you sound like you're coming in on a cell phone?
When I come to New York, I'm going to rape you.
Why is that?
I think that's
You
illegal.
piss me off.
You piss me off.
Motherfucker, I should beat your. I should knock your fucking
Hang
block
on.
off, motherfucker.
Are we streaming?
We
yeah,
should be.
Okay, we are. It was telling me like no data, but it had the little green like the green dot icon there.
Excellent condition, no data.
It's all good.
Yeah.
We
Weird.
don't need any of that shit.
Anyways. So what's wrong with your laptop? What the hell? Downloaded too much.
What
porn?
you fuck you want me to say? I don't know what's wrong with it.
You
I've done
downloaded
everything
too
I
much gay
can.
pornography is what it sounds like.
Motherfucker, what?
You need
There's
more
not enough dedicated
Take
wham
fucking
in the
Cinema
computer.
Sins off screen. What the fuck are we watching Cinema Sins, motherfucker?
We're not.
Who's
It's
this
not.
kid with the
It's
bowl
just.
cut?
It's just something else to cut. No one can see it on stream. Stop.
We just like Cinema
Knock.
Sins.
You.
The fuck? Who's
Daniel's-
watching
Fun scare.
SpongeBob?
Daniel's been playing the SpongeBob incident music anytime fucking anyone's rambling.
Oh,
know how to
no,
describe
my
it.
little kid died!
Oh, that's what you get, you son of a bitch. I zapped it with my fucking EMP power ray gun.
Great start
Paulie-
to the stream.
When SRV does his face reveal, I'm gonna be excited to finally be able to say, like, confirmably, you're the ugliest person I've ever met.
Well, I don't know about that.
All right, Bronze, what's new with you?
I'm in existence again!
Nothing much. I've just been hanging out, just been chilling.
How was work?
This time.
It's been
You've been chilling
pretty
big.
good.
We gotta do that stream at some point.
Oh yeah.
You've been chilling big though.
Relatively, I guess. I know there are bigger, but
I know that it's bigger. Yeah, it's like well, actually, I saw he's gonna do. He said he's gonna be doing his own show called Live Degeneracy.
oh yeah, that would
Peasants,
be
peasants,
interesting.
comma drunken.
Degeneracy Live, the wacky rule of three.
Peasants? Drunken.
Inebriated peasants.
In
The
you-
Degeneracy is live.
This there was literally a drunken peasants knockoff that was called like discussions of the inebriated variety or some shit, which was pretty funny.
It sounds intellectual.
Yeah, they discussed quantum mechanics,
Oh.
astrophysics. Anyways, what are the
Hobo
holidays
JFS.
today?
What holidays are today?
What holidays are
Pope.
today? It's National Pope
Yeah, it's
Day.
Pope Day.
Yeah, while while we're pulling that up, I want to show everyone something. So I'm dealing with some tooth pain right
Get
now.
this shit off screen, dude.
I'm dealing with some tooth pain right now
Turn this shit off.
because I have a wisdom tooth coming in on the back here. If you can see right here, there's like a flap of gums on top of the tooth that like it's pushing. The tooth is pushing up on top of like pushing it and pulling that part of my gums, right? So like it's difficult to like open my mouth. Like a lot, like let me open my mouth as far as I can open my mouth. I'll show you guys right now.
Right now.
This is all I got. I can force
Unhinge your jaw now,
but like I can't go further than that
coward.
It
Why
would have
does
been
your camera
great
say
if you
at
had just
Drake
gotten
Drag
lockjaw
Song?
right now when we
Because
had
it-
to end the stream.
because I don't know why it says that.
Because he's Drake Dragsaw.
Why
Let's
is
not
Daniel
forget.
frozen in
Dragsaw.
time? Y'all see what Daniel's frozen on?
What is Daniel frozen on?
No, he's just making that face.
But yeah,
He's just in all.
I just
the tooth.
cannot. Ah, it will not open. Daniel, you right?
Oh, now he's gone.
He
Oh,
fucking
he's-
jetted out the fucking.
Probably should have
lip.
told he's afraid of teeth.
That's okay, Daniel. We're gonna be pulling all his teeth. You won't have to look at him anymore.
Is this gross? This isn't gross to me.
I mean, I'd rather not look at it, but
It's what this is teeth.
Get rid of this shit, man.
What's
if the CEO of YouTube is watching this stream, I want you to personally age restrict it for this photo.
All right.
I should probably get new fillings. My fillings have started to turn fucking black.
Oh yeah, let me turn my lamp
Very
on.
cool.
Doink.
All right,
That's
I'm
not
gonna-
normal, dude.
I'm gonna put the thumbnail back on, but us in the call will still be able to see this. So
Cool.
Put the teeth in the thumbnail.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
should
so-
have been the main
so, like,
story for the stream.
it hurts really bad, and also I can't speak very loudly just because I can't open my mouth more. So it should go away in like a week or so once it's finished, healing.
Alright. Are you going to do an immediately after wisdom teeth removal stream?
Well, no, I don't have to get them removed because it's coming in straight. It's just normal pain with them coming in.
Oh, we should probably get rid of it anyway.
Have you had your wisdom teeth come in, or did you get them removed?
I have. This is a bit of Blonde Show lore if you've been keeping up with the show. So I had my wisdom teeth taken out, I think like 2 years ago, but that was sandwiched in between both of my eye surgeries.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's right.
It was just a very miserable month for me.
How was that? What was that like getting your fucking eyes fucked with? Like, think about how the doctors are putting scalpels in your eyes and shit. Isn't that fun to think about?
Oh, it's great. I had to wear an eye patch for a couple of days.
Oh, so
And
you
then
looked
even after the-
cooler.
I did look cool, but after they took the eye patch off, I still couldn't actually do anything with that eye because like it has to settle, I guess.
It only
and
hurts when
so,
you see with it.
Yeah, it only hurts when like light comes into the eye. What holidays are today?
What holidays
I was
are today?
I was literally I bought you so much time.
I know, I had it pulled up. I
Well, Knocked
don't-
Loose is repressing their album Pop Culture or their EP.
Mhm.
For
Oh yeah,
some reason.
I saw that on nationalholiday.com.
Is that the website you use? Don't fucking spoil our trade secrets, motherfucker.
Okay. None of these, unless we have a bit about World Ovarian Cancer Day, I don't think there's a lot of interesting holidays.
It's pretty funny.
However, we do have 3 birthdays that I feel are worth mentioning because they're the only 3 on the list. One of them is Enrique Iglesias. So
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday!
One of them, this goes in progressing order of evilness from least to most. The second one is Harry S. Truman.
Oh yeah,
You
he
know what-
called Oppenheimer a cretin.
You know what the S stands for?
Truman.
It's just S. It doesn't stand for anything.
No, it stands for Struman.
Harry Truman. Also, wait. Harry Truman's birthday's today. Isn't it also Victory in Europe Day?
Probably.
Well, yeah, but then that's just
Yes,
going to
it
become
is.
Victory in World War II Day or some shit.
Yeah.
Because Trump doesn't want to make it all about Europe, even though it's literally about fucking World War II.
And the third birthday we have, the most evil of them all, is Trisha Paytas.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Actually, I have a
she
fourth
called
birthday.
Oppenheimer a cretin.
I have a fourth
Yeah.
birthday. It is also Ben Last Name's birthday of the Drunken Peasants. Happy 44th
Oh.
birthday to him.
So the ordering's still
Yes.
still valid.
Yes. I don't know his last name, and he's really,
Ben Peasant.
he's really insistent on keeping it secret. So
Ben Truman.
Ben Truman,
Ben 10.
Benghazi. I once sent him like a tier list of different Bens to rank as like a little bit, and he's like, no.
No.
He's very tier list phobic, unlike us. We do those all the time.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking we could
That's
do
why-
a tier list. Anyway,
Anyway.
10 balls. Each ball
Ball
has a
has a
number.
That's a number.
Oh, that's a number. Yeah.
Swirl
World the
numbers.
number.
We gotta decide on the timing on that. Pick
We
a
just let it happen.
number. All right. Any guesses?
10. It's gotta be one day.
4.
Feels like I was gonna say 4. Shit. It feels like let's go 6.
And Siri.
Mhm.
What's your number?
2.
2?
No.
Dave's number is 1.
Ah,
Will we ever
What will
get
the
10?
next number be?
10.
for tomorrow's number be
1.
1.
That's a fun bit.
So David Lynch did that,
Good
right?
bit.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, David Lynch
Yes.
invented pulling numbers.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
that was his magnum opus.
Have y'all ever like heard what David Lynch does if he forgets an idea?
What does he do?
Dude, he fucking kills himself. That dude just like.
He
Have y'all ever
dies.
heard this? Okay, but have y'all ever heard this? Actually, he has said like in multiple interviews, you must write down every idea because if you don't, you'll have a yearning to commit suicide. Like in that exact tone of voice.
So he forgot.
Yeah, he forgot.
That's what happened.
That's what happened. We lost him, guys. We lost him.
It's like, oh shit, I missed a daily number. That's got to be it.
Why did he do that?
Because it was
What,
funny
I?
because he was building he was building up to like a grand huge project, and it just became
But then he just decided, no, this was more fun.
This is the project.
Yeah.
Did he ever get 10?
he
I'm
did
sure.
it for like 2 years straight, so I think he somehow got
No, he
10.
got 6 every time. It was very
It was
That'd be funny
anticlimactic.
as hell, though.
It was weighted. All
Oh
right.
my god.
So, Secretary of the Department of Education, Linda McMahon.
Linda McMahon, wife of Vince McMahon.
I thought McMahon sounded familiar.
Owner
Yeah,
of WWE.
Well,
He was ousted.
He was? I didn't realize that.
It was for sexual assault, I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, we've all
sex
done that.
traffiking.
Sex trafficking.
oh,
yeah.
okay.
It
My
happens to the
mistake.
best of us.
Happens to the best of us. That he, I we're not gonna talk about Vince McMahon. For some reason,
Aw.
I guess Donald cashed in or someone cashed in a favor with Donald and made her the Secretary of Education, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure he tried for Vince, but that was never gonna work.
Well, they'd
He'd be too
that-
insane.
It'd be too obvious. It'd be too obvious.
yeah.
So,
I mean, considering his history, he'd probably just be too focused on fucking all the students.
you ever think about how, like, I mean, earlier in the year, she said something like, "We are prepared to work with Trump for the dissolution of the Department of Education." Like, literally saying, like, "I'm prepared to make my job position outmoded." She opened.
What is she gonna do after that?
Well, I mean, she's probably got money, but it's like she just wants to watch the world burn. So she wrote an open
Yeah.
letter to Harvard. You know,
You know, the famous and popular school.
but it's like I can't even imagine like the compunction she feels to address a letter to Harvard when she works for the government. All right, here we go. So this is they doxed Alan Garber,
Aw. That's uncalled for.
the Secretary of Education, Washington D.C., 2022. Good year.
So
Dr. Garber, the federal government has a sacred
not
responsibility.
even a deer.
That's what. Oh, is that an abbreviation for deer? That might be deer. Abbreviated.
No,
deer.
it's doctor.
Ah.
No common courtesy. Not even a
I would hope he
greeting.
has a doctor.
How rude.
Well.
Salutations.
What
The
did that
federal
hoe?
government has a sacred responsibility to be a wise and important steward of American taxpayer dollars. Hey, anyone keeping track of like how much money we've given to Israel this year, or like Tesla, or tons of other shit that doesn't concern us?
Very wise and important decisions.
Blaming
Tesla
that
needs
sacred.
more money.
Despite
That's
amassing
a weird word.
Okay, this is weird. Harvard University, despite amassing a largely tax-free, that's weird. Largely tax-free. It either is or isn't. It's not a large.
I mean largely, as in the size.
Largely tax-free, $53.2 billion endowment, larger than the GDP of 100 countries,
That seems unnecessary.
receives billions of dollars of taxpayer largesse each year.
We've given Israel $17.9 billion.
Oh,
Oh.
A small loan.
large. Is it okay? I had to. Is it largesse? No, that okay. So that's misspelled. Yeah, that is
Okay.
misspelled. Awesome.
She also used a
Well,
thesaurus for this.
Department of Education.
You think so? You think she? I think yeah. She had to have looked up like fucking a synonym for gift. Receiving such taxpayer funds is a privilege, not a right. Yet instead of using these funds to advance the education of its students,
Which is, of course, not what a school does.
Harvard is engaging in a systemic pattern of violating federal law. Where do many of these students come from? Who are they? How do they get into Harvard or
Students.
even into our country? And why is there so much hate? That there's commas.
Why
instead
am
of-
I
Still getting hate.
There's so many there's commas instead of question marks here, which is extremely weird. Where do many of these students come from? That's not none of these questions that she's asking Harvard has any responsibility to answer, right? Harvard is not the department of fucking.
Do you think that
Harvard is not
like
ICE?
Harboring immigrants? Is
It
that
doesn't
what they
matter
think
if
is
they
going on?
are.
That's the point. They fucking learn overseas.
It doesn't
'Cause we're
matter
the
if they
greatest
are.
country
They're
in the
not
world.
fucking. They're not fucking like. That's not their
They're not
job. Their job isn't to verify the citizenship of its students. Their job isn't to make sure that they get into the country illegally. That's not their fucking job. That's not their
These
responsibility.
motherfuckers took everything Reagan did and then saw the one good thing he did that was immigration and went, nah, I think we're good with that one.
Well, he wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reagan, by the way, if anyone's curious, out of any president, Republican or Democrat, gave the most amnesty to immigrants, like basically across the board.
Which you might think he's based for, but he really just did that because he wanted there to be more white people and he knew he could turn them white.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm here for more Americans. Fuck it. I'll have more fucking Americans.
Yes. No, me too, but like Reagan wanted them to like become white.
Where do many of these students come from? They're under no obligation to answer you.
From fucking Europe, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Who are they? Who
Oh,
are
Give
they?
me their
Who-
names.
Who are they?
Who are they? Who are these students that I'm imagining? Okay, that's a very revealing question, actually. Who are they? You don't have a specific student in mind. You're fishing for the answer here.
And also, like, who gives a shit who they are?
Yeah.
Like, you could construe like, oh, what Harvard is secretly harboring refugees and hiding them as students of Harvard, but like, who are they?
I think
gives
she's
a shit?
asking legitimately like who they are to like expose the illegal immigrants in the student body.
Oh yeah, we need a repository of the names and addresses and criminal history.
Yeah, we're
and
saying
everything
that
of
this is
every
well, it's like
Harvard
they're
employee or
saying
student, or just every person, so we can watch them at all times.
yeah. Well, it's like they're saying that they exist already. Like there are illegal immigrants attending Harvard. That is a fact. Can you tell us who they are? They like shouldn't you be fucking figuring that out? You're the government. It is
being the department that runs every school. We all know this shit.
How do they get into Harvard? I assume they get accepted due to excellence in their studies. She might be asking, like, you know, oh, I didn't get into Harvard. How did they get into Harvard? Or even into our country?
Oh no, it's more like you know that image from Family Guy where like Peter's stopped by police and they have like a little slider where like you're good if you're white but not if you're brown.
Man,
It's kind of
Yeah.
like that, but the opposite.
Man. I gotta say, by the way, you know, series of questions insinuating that they're harboring illegal immigrants and bringing them over here to come and kill people, followed by, why is there so much hate? Just,
What does that what does that even imply?
why is there
What,
so
white
much
people?
hate? They hate white people.
Yeah, why is there so much hate on the Harvard campuses? It's almost like intelligent people think
These
and
are
don't like.
run-on sentences if I've seen them. Here's a whole, this is one sentence here. These are questions that must be answered, among many more, but the biggest question of all is, why will Harvard not give straightforward answers to the American public? That's one sentence. These are questions that must be answered, comma, among many more, completely redundant, comma, but the biggest question of all is, comma, why will Harvard not give straightforward answers
Why
to the
will
American
Harvard, comma?
public? By the way, starting a sentence with yet is improper grammar. That's beginning a sentence with a what is it? Beginning a sentence with a something up with which
Preposition?
preposition.
would.
Yeah. Preposition. That's starting a sentence with a preposition. I knew what it was. I just forgot literally the word. Oh my god. This next one here is for real. Like think of like the idea of being concerned at all about illegal immigrants is hilarious to me. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
that's those savages overseas that come over here to pillage our country. They're being
Be
for
in
real.
Harvard.
Yeah. That's
They're pillaging the Harvard.
yeah. Well, that's where you'd get it, right? That's where you'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually hilarious that it's like, you know, out of anyone, wouldn't like Harvard students be like the single best demographic? Because like they're educated and trying to contribute to society, becoming, you know, professors or doctors, something like
Well,
that.
you see, white people.
Yeah, Harvard needs more people like Linda McMahon.
Yeah. Harvard University has made a mockery of this country's higher education system. It has invited foreign students.
Holy fuck.
Imagine she just ended that with a period.
Yeah. Who engage in violent behavior and show contempt for the United States of America to its campus, period.
Okay. What the fuck are they talking about? Violent behavior?
Yeah, you know all those violent Harvard students? You know the ones?
All the famous Harvard riots?
And that's foreign with a hard R.
Yeah. It has invited foreign students. Like it's just it's become so like
It has invited you people.
well, that's the thing where it's like they don't even like realize how fucked up this sounds to a normal person anymore. Like, they've gotten so comfortable with just saying these things. It's so pathologized in their behavior where it's like, to a normal person, this sounds fucking bigoted and retarded.
Yes. I'm surprised they didn't use the term DEI anywhere in here.
Oh, who the fuck is harassing us?
It's Linda. She heard.
One of your God is imaginary callers.
No. Okay, here we go. Okay, in every way, Harvard has failed to abide by its... It's so funny. Show contempt for the United States of America to its campus, period. Just a little addition.
Yeah, like, we can think of a third thing for the list later.
Yeah. In every way, Harvard has failed to abide by its legal obligations, its ethical and fiduciary duties, its transparency responsibilities, and any semblance of academic rigor.
What fucking obligations do they think Harvard has?
Yeah, it's like why they're criticizing Harvard's business practices? Like, why do you care?
Sorry.
Why do you care what Harvard does?
I just left for the first time ever out in the wild. I heard somebody use the word fiduciary.
It had scrapped standard testing requirements and a normalized grading system, which have famously always favored the most intelligent human beings and not just the most rigorous, autonomous, people that are just good at school.
Oh yeah.
That was also a COVID thing where they kind of got rid of the requirements for standardized tests.
Well, a lot of people couldn't take standardized tests because of COVID, where they literally the testing places were shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never took my SAT.
Oh, I have actually a funny story about that. I know the exact moment where I was when the COVID lockdowns happened, and it was actually at like a standardized testing facility.
Interesting.
One of the extracurricular things I was in high school was like I guess, competitive standardized testing, and we were I think we were at state, and we got done with the first round, and then as we were settling down and waiting for stuff, they were like, oh, we got back to wherever we were staying there, and they were like, oh yeah, the plague has erupted. We will be unable to continue.
Interesting. Well, it'll blow over in 2 weeks.
Grade.
Yeah.
I remember this kid was losing his fucking mind, crying, and I was like, dude, we get 2 weeks off of school, and this kid was losing his shit. And it's like, motherfucker, you ain't even know anyone getting affected by this right now. We ain't in fucking Wuhan, China, motherfucker. We in Indiana. We in Northwest India. I don't even think COVID had hit us yet. We were just being sent home, and this kid's bawling his eyes out. Motherfucker, you get 2 weeks off of school, and this is how you act, and kill yourself.
Well, people were more scared for Ebola than they were for COVID.
Here's what happened with me. I was going to a little friend group library program. I was 17, getting ready to just turn 18, and this was one of my last sources of physical in-person contact and interaction. But then I've talked about this to you guys beforehand, outside of this show. But I coming back one day, and I had a set of playing cards that I just bought in the day before to play with them. We were going to play cards. I was sitting out in the lobby, and I had my 3DS on me. Yes, a 3DS in 2020. I had it out on me. I was playing 3D Land.
I got a 3DS in 2020.
And one of the employees looked at me and was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, wait, I'm here to see my friends." That's when they told me that the library group, in-person one, shut down because of COVID.
Son of a bitch.
Fiduciary.
Yep, that's where I first heard that word for the first time, was an episode of iCarly.
Also, that was Linda McMahon's first time using that word in that letter.
Fiduciary.
I mean, yeah, she had to have looked up a fuck. Oh, shit. Get back. Okay.
And what's funny is that the reason they had to use that word was because in the episode, Sam had stuffed a it was a piece of food down this guy's pants, and he was a supporter of
What?
Mexico, and so they
What?
had her arrested, and so she couldn't be on iCarly in that episode.
Interesting. Interesting.
Why would you do
Damn,
that?
ahead of its time.
All this time.
Why
Yeah,
would you do that?
Now we just got motherfuckers thrown in the back of fucking trucks and shit.
All right.
That's not funny.
This year, Harvard was forced to adopt an embarrassing remedial math program for undergraduates. Why is it?
Embarrassing.
We ask.
We.
That Harvard has to teach simple and basic mathematics. When it is supposed
What?
simple and basic mathematics. When it is supposedly so hard to get into this acclaimed university.
I know, I've tried.
This is fucking college list behavior right here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Who is getting in under such low standard when others with fabulous grades and a great understanding of the highest levels of mathematics? For how many commas this fucking document has, it's really unnerving when they actually forget a comma. There should be an Oxford comma before the end, or a Harvard comma in this case, are being rejected.
Like
Also, what do
me,
they mean-
Linda
what do they mean
McMahon.
forced to adopt.
To supplement. Well, here's the thing, Bronze, is that they want more foreigner students because they hate America.
Ah,
Right?
okay, that's why.
Well, that's what she's asking. She's asking, why are you getting foreigner students when Americans are
It's
the
not
smartest
just
people on Earth?
It's not just because they want to check if you're not a complete dumbass who fluked the system.
Harvard has even been embroiled in humiliating plagiarism scandals exposed clearly and plainly in the media with respect to your then university president, who was an embarrassment to our nation. Nation capitalized for some reason, and also that whole thing was one sentence.
No
I-
one
I-
proofread this.
How many commas are in this
Yes.
fucking thing?
I completely forgot that
This is
fucking
all-
scandal
there's
happened,
more
and also that's
commas-
not Harvard's fault. That's
Yeah.
some person's fault.
Yeah. There's more commas in this fucking document than in Vince McMahon's bank account.
Yeah, true. Give this man
To
a
be fair,
treat.
that's probably dwindling.
Much of Harvard's hateful discrimination was revealed last year, by the great work of our... There's no reason for either of those commas. Was revealed last year by the great work of Congresswoman Elise Stefanik and her committee. Committee is misspelled, is fucking capitalized for some reason. As if it were trying to embarrass itself even further, Harvard hired failed mayors Bill de Blasio and Lori Lightfoot, perhaps the worst mayors to ever preside over major cities in our country's history, to supposedly teach leadership at their School of Public Health. This is like that time... Literally a fucking Family Guy cutaway. This is like hiring the captain of the Titanic to teach navigation to future captains of the sea.
You know what?
Man.
You want to know what this whole thing is telling me? Also, my camera went out again.
Cool.
This whole letter is basically the concept. Tell me that you want to say a slur without saying a slur.
It's
That's
funny
what
how
I'm
many
saying out
how many of the complaints they bring up are just literally that they're foreigners, right? Like literally that is what it completely boils down to. Like people will say that, oh, they're illegals, oh, they're foreigners, this and that. And that's like it. Like that's like they're saying that as a criticism, right?
This last paragraph is really funny because there's not as much racism in this one, but the things that are there are
Pretty
very
racist.
I see a fuck ton of
There's-
commas.
Yeah, the things that are there are pausing frequently, but also, I mean, for one, this proves that you both don't know what happens at colleges, and on the Titanic. But also, who gives a shit about Lori Lightfoot? I don't think it's a good.
That's how embarrassing they are. That's how incompetent
It's
they
not
are.
it's not a good excuse to remove
Lori
all
Lightfoot, the
funding
fucking
from.
the former mayor of Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The fuck
which
does she have to do with anything?
she's a failed mayor, though, according to
she's a
Linda
failed
McMahon.
mayor.
Mayor.
Like
But,
the
like-
captain of the Titanic.
Like,
How did she
but, like-
fail as mayor, by the way?
Oh, she's black.
she was
Oh.
woke. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think it's a great excuse to remove all funding from a university or to
What the fuck does she have to
siphon
do with
money or
anything?
whatever,
I mean,
just
they
because they
don't-
hired some bad teachers.
I mean, they don't need an excuse. Like, they could just say, like, we should stop funding Harvard. They could just say that, right?
Yeah,
Well, fuck-
It's them.
What the
It's them
fuck does
trying
Lori
to,
Lightfoot have to do with anything? Harvard's not in Chicago.
because they hired Lori Lightfoot to teach leadership at their school of public health.
what did Lori Lightfoot do?
I don't know, but it's
From what I
interesting
know,
how
people
it's
in
like
Chicago like her.
they're trying to like conjure up reasons to justify them cutting funding here, and it's just horrible excuses. Like they introduced a remedial math program. Like what? They hired people that I don't like. They hired black people to teach classes.
They didn't tell me the names of their students.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, it's like they're.
They didn't commit a crime.
Well, it's like they're. It's not just them saying, you know, oh, we're not giving you the names. It's literally her asking for the identities of these students that she doesn't know exist, right? Like that's just her basically saying that we don't. This is probably bullshit, but so how about you confirm it for us? This incomprehensible failure, that's a weird word to use for that, becomes more understandable after reviewing Harvard's management. The Harvard Corporation, which is supposed to competently and professionally manage Harvard's vast academic, financial, and physical resources, is run by strongly left-leaning Obama political appointee Penny Pritzker, a Democrat operative who is catastrophic and... I got a next page.
And that's
Oh, no.
the end of the letter.
They were blue.
Yeah, they're a Democrat. And running the institution in a totally chaotic way.
Now, of course, the Trump administration, not chaotic in the slightest.
Yeah, of course. By the way, let me just repeat that one more time to show you how long that was one sentence. The Harvard Corporation, comma, which is supposed to competently and professionally manage Harvard's vast academic, financial, and physical resources. This whole thing could be cut. The Harvard Corporation, you could cut that. The Harvard Corporation is run by strongly left-leaning Obama political appointee Penny Pritzker, a Democrat operative, kind of obvious from the Obama appointee. You can cut that. Who is catastrophic and running the institution. Catastrophic, also redundant, in a totally chaotic way. And that was one sentence.
Like, I feel like if this were typed out in Microsoft Word, that would even tell them, hey, you could cut a lot of this stuff out.
This is Linda McMahon. Harvard alumnus and highly successful hedge fund manager Bill Ackman noted that under her leadership, Harvard has
Some
become
guy.
a political advocacy organization for one party. Well, yeah, that's because one party tends to be truthful and one tends to not be, right? It's like this is here's the thing. The concerns about Democrats are like civil rights, not fucking losing your house if you break your leg. Yeah, having like medical expenses paid for. Make sure you don't starve to death because you're disabled, right?
Making sure the government doesn't kill you for thinking wrong.
Yeah. And the concerns of Republicans are like anti-Christian values in fucking schools or some shit, which isn't even happening. Illegal immigrants, people that have dark skin that look like illegal immigrants, litter boxes in fucking classrooms. Like, these are the concerns of Republicans. You notice how all those things are like fictional and like don't exist and are not material concerns of any person with a rational human functioning brain? You ever
Fuck it. If to any Republicards watching the stream right now, don't worry. Like, literally today in my choir class, we just watched the fucking conclave meeting.
Nice.
Like waiting for the Pope to be shown.
Interesting. Here's an example. I want to take a detour
Smash
here.
Bros. Pope reveal.
I want to take a detour here. It's like, this is how wrapped up conservatives are in their own head, where they don't realize how fucking deranged they sound? Okay. During COVID, NPR argued for children to get vaccinated without parental consent while arguing against marriages even with parental consent.
No.
That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy if you're not a
Not
fuck.
child marriage.
Yeah. This week, I listened to NPR argue against 16-year-olds getting married with parental consent and 14-year-olds getting vaccinated without parental consent.
What the fuck is this
Yeah.
guy on?
Well, here's the thing: is you notice? Well, you're
Let
outraged
me
by this,
fuck
Siri.
kids!
Yeah. Well, you're confused by this because you happen to not be a disease-loving pedophile. So, like, if this concerns you, you might fall into that demographic there, which is so hilarious. Like, they say this like it doesn't make them sound like a pedophile, like an anti-science, pro-disease, fucking diet age 41 pedophile. Jerry Kaufman.
Jerry Kaufman. To be free, make babies, build stuff.
Yeah.
And fuck kids.
Have babies with children and
Jesus.
don't get those babies vaccinated. It's like, yeah, that's another thing. Is like another concern of Republicans is like the vaccine being poison, like the poison shot. You're gonna get fucking disabled or die from the vaccine because the government has so much to gain from that, right? Even though the majority of people in America have gotten vaccinated, and you hear about like the 24 people that got like a bad reaction from it, and all of a sudden it's fucking Nuremberg, Germany.
It might also have microchips in it. But let's get the Elon Musk Neuralink thing.
And magnets, don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Ackman has called for the resignation of Pritzker, concluding that this
Who
management...
the fuck is Ackman?
Bill Ackman, he's an alumnus of Harvard.
And a highly successful hedge fund manager.
Hedge fund manager. That's 2 words, apparently.
I think there should be a comma there. I think she missed that.
For what?
Hedge, comma, fund.
Hedge fund manager. And noting that any serious corporation would have removed her after a litany of recent failings, and the fact that, incredibly, Harvard is not in a good financial position. According to Ackman, one of the world's foremost finance experts, you already said that.
Of course. That's why I know him.
Harvard's so-called $53 billion endowment, how's it so-called? You acknowledged it earlier. Is massively overstated as far as what it's really worth. And Harvard has irresponsibly taken out $8 billion in debt. If this is true, it's concerning evidence of Harvard's disastrous management. If this is true, yeah.
You just said it happened.
If this is true. Well, he's saying that Ackman said this happened. She's saying that Ackman said this happened.
Oh,
Ackman would never be wrong.
so much for me going to college then. Jeez.
Well, it seems
So
like
much
not
for me
Harvard.
getting into Harvard.
Yeah. Indicating an urgent need for massive reform, not continued taxpayer investment. Do you think... I don't think this was AI. I feel like that would get out, and there isn't as many AI tells here. But do you think it's possible this is AI?
I mean, they do have the line.
I was gonna say the line thing.
They probably used Grok to get all the filters
Oh,
out. They couldn't use ChatGPT or DeepSeek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They using fucking Grok on this hoe.
But at the same time, like, this is clearly written by a person because it's meandering and the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's very conversational. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's definitely...
Any professional paper urging for the resignation of a president with the word totally in it.
If Harvard prefers not to change, then Harvard should have no problem using its overflowing endowment to fund its bloated bureaucracy. What? At its best, a university should fulfill the highest ideals of our nation. What?
No.
A university should indoctrinate its students to fucking
that's why.
enrich them
That's
to
why
be
during World War I and II, Harvard shut down all of its classes and just started like a soldier building program.
Yeah, fulfill the highest ideals of our nation. Yeah, the government should be able to like,
funnel their own fucking like education to tack into everyone's mind, especially education. Like, there are only 2 genders. Vaccines are poison, like shit like that.
Oh yeah.
If Harvard prefers not, sorry, I read wrong. And enlighten the thousands of hopeful students who walk through its magnificent gates, but Harvard has betrayed this ideal. That's just one paragraph there, that little blurb. Perhaps most alarmingly, Harvard has failed to abide by the United States Supreme Court ruling demanding it end its racial preferencing and continues to engage in ugly racism in its undergraduate and graduate schools, even within the Harvard Law Review itself. Our
Are they turning away people because they're black?
Our universities should be bastions of merit that reward and sell. Well, they can't. She can't bring herself to say anti-white racism. She can't bring herself to say that, but that's what she's going for.
Yeah.
Okay. Our universities should be bastions of merit that reward and celebrate excellence and achievement. Here's the thing about meritocracy, right? Is that it can't exist fairly. Reason why is because, like, we had this little thing called slavery back in the day, where black people were not.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah.
I love the way
And
you
then-
said it. We had this little thing called slavery.
And then
I think I
after
read about
slavery
that
was
somewhere.
abolished, we had a thing called segregation, where we kept black people separate from white people, right? So we put them in like camps, like not camps, but like neighborhoods where like
Oh, I think I've heard about this.
where they got like basically no money at all, and there's no money amongst them. So like their schools were like decrepit and vandalized and trashed, and like no one could get an education there. And then finally, we got rid of segregation in the 1960s, and we passed the Equal Rights Act. But in all that time, believe it or not, white people were never discriminated against at all. So they're 200 fucking years ahead of black people who just got rights 60 years ago, right? So
Where'd you learn all that? Harvard?
So you ever notice how, like, when someone has the opportunities to succeed and they have the resources to succeed, they tend to. But, that's why we need affirmative action to be able to put fucking black people, or just, people with dark skin in general, because, like, it's not just black people. Like, Mexicans didn't go through that, but like foreigners go through the same fucking treatment. People with dark skin go through the same treatment because it's just division and bigotry, right?
I think I've said this somewhere before, but like there's this sort of philosophical, or like not philosophical, some big word about like the way the brain works, where like the group of people that's like at 0, they see the people at like -2 go up to -1, and the people at 0, they're living fucking happy lives. They have no idea that any wrongdoing happens in the world at all. So they see those people going up, and they're like, "Oh, they must also be at 0.
Yeah.
They're trying to one up me. I'm gonna become the dirt underneath their boot because they're becoming more equal than me."
Yeah, that's awesome. And that sounds pretty accurate. That's why a lot of people are intimidated by fucking foreigners, because they see like stories on the New York Post about like, some guy on meth, right, killing someone on the subway. Like, oh my god, they're a foreigner. That means they're all like that. Like, they'll see like 5 stories shared like over a year, right? And they get blown up en masse because it's like so rare and it's so sensational, right? If it was like happening by like the hundreds or the thousands, then you'd hear about it, like hundreds.
Yeah, that's why they don't report on school shootings anymore. But when Columbine happened, it was a big deal.
Yeah, but it's like, when it's like a few people that have dark skin doing it, and compared to like literally every day where first degree murder and fucking robbery and burglary happens. But whenever if someone that came here illegally broke into someone's house and killed someone, that would be like national news for like a month. But if it was a white person, that wouldn't even be local news. Depending on where it is, it might be local news. It might not be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
These motherfuckers so obsessed with the imaginary social hierarchy, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's like, literally they're so deliberately ignorant of this, of these facts. Or people are just susceptible to propaganda like that, of course, because like that's how it is by design, of like to make them fucking gullible. People are gullible. People fall for that sort of thing because it's an illusion of the brain where it's like, when you see it in the media a bunch of times when it's actually not that frequent, you think it's frequent.
Yeah.
And you begin to hate foreigners, begin to hate illegals, as they're called, fucking deleteriously. Here we go. The above concerns are only a fraction of the long list of Harvard's consistent violations of its own legal duties. Given these and other concerning allegations, this letter is to inform you that Harvard should no longer seek grants from the federal government, since none will be provided. Harvard will cease to be a publicly funded institution and can instead operate as a privately funded institution, drawing on its colossal endowment and raising money from its large base of wealthy alumni to fucking harass them for donations. I believe it already has to be, right?
I'm sure.
You have an approximately 53 billion with a capital B head start, with much of which was made possible by the fact that you were living within the walls of and benefiting from the prosperity secured by the United States of America and its free market system you teach your students to despise.
Shut the fuck
walls
up.
of America.
In those basic mathematics classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The administration had previously been willing to maintain federal funding to Harvard so long as Harvard committed to complying with long-settled federal law, including to protect and promote student welfare and the landmark decision of our Supreme Court against racial preferencing. The proposed common sense reforms, which the administration remains committed to, include a return to merit-based admissions and hiring, an end to unlawful programs that promote crude identity stereotypes. Oh, yeah. Unlawful education, illegal education is what they just said.
Crude identity stereotypes.
Crude identity stereotypes.
That of course does not mean that Harvard forces every Mexican student to wear a sombrero.
Yeah, instead they force them to carry a shank around and stab everyone and push them into the subway tracks.
Oh yeah.
That's like what they do.
Wait,
that's what they actually do.
That was my job! The foreigners are taking my fucking job!
They took a job!
They took me!
Took a job! That's one of my favorite. That's a good episode of
that is a really good episode.
Wrestling themed episode too.
Oh. McMahon.
Serendipitous.
Is it wrestling themed?
Yeah, that's the episode WTF, like where the boys start their own wrestling.
No, I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking of Goobax.
Well, they also have guys saying Turka Jerb in that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Goobax, which is a lot more relevant to this.
Anyways. An end to unlawful disciplinary reform and consistent accountability, including for student groups. No. That's not you have no legal obligation you have no basis to insist that they do these things. It's like you didn't have to write this letter. You could just say that you're not going to fund Harvard, right? And like no one would stop you. Like no one would be able to say or do anything. You'd probably get asked a lot about it, but you have no impetus to actually respond and acknowledge these. Now that it's out in the open, everyone with a brain can see just how fucking ridiculous your life is.
Yeah.
Like that you're actually concerned about this shit. Reporting compliance with the Department of Education, Department of Homeland Security.
And other. That's the end of the letter.
And other federal agencies.
That is the end of the letter.
Which will remain nameless.
Whichever we feel like.
Yeah. The administration's priorities have not changed, and today's letter marks the end of new grants for the university. These requests will advance the best interests of Harvard University so it can reclaim its status as a respected educational institution for the future leaders of America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Sincerely, Linda E. McMahon, Secretary of Education.
We probably should have asked this earlier, but who does Linda McMahon think she is?
Well, for some reason she's the Department of Education now, so she has.
Yeah, what are the qualifications that wife of Vince McMahon has towards securing the future of education?
Is literally literally is just it has to be someone cashing in a favor with Trump. Like, there's no way.
I think she had to educate Vince a lot on what stories were not acceptable to do on his television, because he was just
I'm sure.
pitching everything.
No, what do you mean I can't do the one about raping children?
There was a real story he pitched once where his daughter was actually pregnant. And he was like, okay, here's a story idea. What if I was the father? And she said no, and he said, okay, back to the drawing board. What if it was Shane McMahon?
That's awesome.
He's great.
It's hilarious that she's fucking illiterate, dude. Literally,
It is.
actually, genuinely, unironically fucking illiterate.
Secretary of Education.
That's awesome. I love it.
I love how every department and everything associated with the presidency right now is just slowly becoming Trump. Like the way the official White House tweets now is just like stupid bullshit.
Yeah, where it's, they'll say shit like, dude, they uploaded this video of like, families getting separated because they're getting deported, right? And they uploaded it with the caption like, families getting deported to relax to, like, chill vibes or some shit. Like they were saying like a lo-fi type beat. And
My
it's like,
favorite.
and it's
my favorite
it's
example.
deporting people without fucking like due process.
Yeah.
Because they look like a threat.
My favorite example is one video where I don't know why they did this. I'm assuming as a bit, but they had like I guess a triumphantly edited video of like foreigners getting like packed into a plane to leave. But they decided to have Closing Time by Semisonic play in the background. Specifically the
What?
line, "You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here."
What the fuck?
But where are you sending them then?
How have I never seen this?
Closing Time. That's a good song. That's so.
It is a good
I wonder
song.
how they. I wonder if they. I would love it if they didn't officially license that and got into trouble with it. There's no way that.
Oh, they
there's
probably
no-
just deport the band.
I know Semisonic responded to the video and was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Oh wait, so they just like committed copyright infringement? How dare they
we-
disrespect our American institution?
Yeah,
Sorry, my cat set off my printer.
Semisonic.
We got another video here. This is Elon Musk.
Another one? Jesus.
This is genius. Smartest man in the world. True.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You can tell because he has the most money.
There's this account called Retard Finder, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you have seen Retard Finder. We're gonna.
I've seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
Is this it?
Wait, someone made a coin of it?
I find retards and their posts on X. And you'll notice something. I'm trying to find the post. 0 retardation detected. And of course, it's a photo of smartest man in the world, Elon Musk.
Oh yeah.
And then someone replies, he is the most intelligent person in the world. So of course, Retard Finder replies, absolutely. Just
Absolutely.
we're gonna check something out. What is this?
What has he done?
No.
What has he done now?
I don't know.
Someone should do something about him.
Someone, yeah.
Absolutely. 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 That's not a very common thing to say, by the way. So like I really how could it
There's not definitive evidence. However, it
There's
would be
not-
funny if this were true.
Oh, there's not definitive evidence, but also there's no chance in fucking hell that this is anyone else other than him. But there isn't
Yeah.
definitive evidence. It's just
Unless
literally-
it's someone trying to
I thought
be
his name
him,
said
which is
Rocket,
worse.
not Gork.
it is just someone like it is someone pretending to.
I
be
mean,
him.
I mean,
there was that.
also he's done
Adrian
this
Dittman
before.
Guy. There's that
Yeah, I
Adrian
was gonna
Dittman
say.
guy that was like clearly him, like clearly the same exact American inflected South African accent, same mannerisms, same opinions, like verbatim. You know, X is like the Wild West now. Try that shit on fucking Twitter, on Facebook, see what happens. He's standing up to the retards. Which, by the way,
while Facebook gets flooded by thousands of images of shrimp Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just AI shit on Facebook now. Which is extra hilarious, by the way, his adoption of the word retard, because it is unironically virtue signaling on his behalf. Like literally unironically virtue signaling. Like he only has started saying retard in 2024 to start like appealing to the, you know, the newfound camaraderie he has found in the Republican Party. Fast tracking his way to becoming Emperor of the United States.
This is a backup plan in case something bad happens here.
So we've got Jesse Waters, our favorite guy.
Second smartest man on Earth.
Jesse Waters Primetime. That's his name.
Going to Mars.
That's one of the benefits of Mars, is life insurance for life collectively.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah. So life insurance for life collectively in case something happens on Earth. Which, by the way,
I feel like it'd be slightly less effort if we just kept the planet that we can already live on naturally livable, instead of making a planet in the most it is literally the most hostile environment known to man.
Yeah.
Making that livable. I feel like it'd be a bit more effort to make Mars Earth 2 than to just keep Earth 1.
What's the obsession with Mars specifically? Why is that like the go-to for stupid people?
Well,
for like space travel.
Well, Mars is technically the second most inhabitable planet in the solar system, being that it has seasons, it has ice caps, it has its surface temperature is technically livable, I'm pretty sure. Also it at one point it was colonized, it was basically Earth, and there's water on it. But that's it. There also happens to not be any oxygen or life or bacteria or anything on it. So
and also it's made of sand.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe not ideal, but it also is the closest planet to Earth.
Yeah.
Which means it'd be perfect.
I can think of one planet that's closer, and that would be Earth. Maybe we could make that more habitable.
So eventually, all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun. The sun is gradually expanding, and so we do at some point need to be a multi-planet civilization
and move one planet over.
Yeah, that's good. Mars is going to be plan B when it comes to the sun consuming us.
Oh yeah, how many years away are we from the sun exploding?
Couple billion.
When will the sun explode? 5 billion years.
Okay.
It will begin is when the process will begin. When it runs out of hydrogen, all the hydrogen burns off.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because I know a while ago they said they announced that for 2030, but they must have delayed it.
And just as a little thought experiment, how long have humans been on Earth? About 300,000 years. So I think we got some time. How long has humans...
We can prepare things for then.
Yeah. How long has human civilization existed? I believe it's 10,000 years in Mesopotamian times. So I think we got some time. By the way, the sun is 92 million miles away. Mars is a couple million more than... It's 140 million miles away. So I think if the sun expands and consumes Earth in 6 billion years, Mars isn't going to be that far behind. Especially on this timetable we're working on of billions of years. We have to be a multi-planet. We have to get good at inhabiting new planets. Outer space, literally no exaggeration, is the most hostile environment to humans. Like, there's no place that is less livable.
I mean, yeah.
The bottom
like
of the ocean is more fucking hospitable.
The funny thing about Earth is that the only reason we're here is because we're in a special little pocket. We're in the 1 square fucking cube mile of all of space where we can exist and live.
Yeah, but also we evolved to live on Earth. Like we are molded by Earth, right? Itself, through evolution. We're traits we adapted by living on Earth. That shit on Mars ain't gonna fly, bro. Dude, who fucking believes this shit? Like, people believe that we're gonna fucking terraform Mars, put fucking trees and shit on there.
Well, because Earth will be incinerated.
Earth will be incinerated.
I'm hearing this for the first time. No one's ever told me the sun is going to burn
This is not a
Earth.
disputed fact.
Really?
I'm not disagreeing with it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I didn't know this was our destiny, to get roasted by the sun.
Wait, really?
Are you stupid?
That's something you learn in kindergarten as like a.
I mean, your
wow,
destiny is probably getting like hit by a train, considering how stupid you are.
Dude, you've never. Okay, I thought he was being facetious there. I thought he was being a little troll. He's legitimately.
No.
That's the first time I'm hearing of this. That Earth is going to be destroyed one day. By the way, we're definitely not going to exist as a species by the time that happens. That is like certain. I'm certain. Like, we're not going to be as a species. I think in like 500,000 years. I'm pretty confident, or at least we wouldn't be a species as like Homo sapiens, like human beings.
We would have evolved.
I also like that Jesse Waters had to clarify, like, I'm not disagreeing with it. I usually disagree with factual things, but I'm just hearing this for the first time.
Then Elon Musk goes, "Oh, it's kind of like how people say that Santa Claus isn't real." And then Jesse Waters goes, What? Say that again.
Yeah. I'm hearing this for the first time. This basic fact everyone... Like, that's like a meme with, like, nihilists. It's like, oh, why bother when the sun's gonna explode? I guess he doesn't... I mean, he doesn't enjoy art or watch television or education or anything, Jesse Waters. He doesn't
talk to people.
Yeah. He doesn't, like, consume any semblance of education at all.
There's anyone who would disagree with that.
So we have to set
Elon, Earth will be destroyed.
And spread out.
Breaking news.
Several 100 million years. So it's not like you don't hold your breath.
Several
It'll be
100 million
okay,
years.
but,
Yeah, a billion
been around
years.
for
Billions.
5,100 million years, to be exact.
Earth only has about 10% more life in it before it is.
Jesse just starts crying as it sets in that the sun will explode.
And you're going to be the guy to put us closer to where we need to be to get to Mars.
Away. Okay, I thought he was gonna get to like so Mars is like a skipping stone, is like a step stone for like the rest of. Then we're gonna go out further into the galaxy, but no, it's just like he's gonna get one step closer to Mars.
Slightly farther away from the sun.
Yeah, we'll have another 10 minutes or so of life on Mars than Earth.
Oh, yeah.
We're headed there. Yeah.
We're headed
We have a long
there.
way to go. Because
Eventually.
it's not about just land.
Dude, isn't there like a supercut out there of like him saying it'll be 10 years, it'll be 10 years, 15 years, 15 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, 40 years? We'll get there eventually.
This is the first step.
Anytime.
Landing on Mars and doing flags and footprints.
Ignore those
It's
60
about
years of
creating a
us saying we're
self-sustaining,
making steps.
City on Mars. With the
City on
the
Mars.
fundamental
dude. What a
fork in
jackass.
the road of destiny being that
Dude, you know how fucking worthless land on Mars is gonna be? It's not gonna matter at all. I'm not gonna give a shit what you think as a human being if you live on fucking Mars. I'm not going to. You can't make me. If you live on fucking Mars, fuck off.
It's
I know
like
Yeah, imagine
talking, it's
living
like
on
talking
Mars.
about American politics as an Australian newscaster.
Yeah. You think that's bad? Dude, if you're living on fucking Mars, if you abandon us here on Earth, you leave us behind, then fuck right off, dude. I gotta go pick up Jamelin. I'll be back. Well, we'll watch the last 45 seconds.
Mars is sufficiently self-sustaining and can grow by itself.
Can grow
If the
by itself.
Resupply
Does he have a
ships from Earth stop
gobstopper in his
coming
mouth?
For any reason, whether that is because civilization died with a bang or a whimper, but if the resupply ships are necessary for Mars to survive, then we have not
Laser over a T-shirt is a
created
good
life
idea. What is that? The
insurance. We've not created
FDNY
life insurance
logo?
for life collectively. So that's the key point in the future, where destiny of life as we know it will forever be affected. Is when
He's always doing the
becomes
Mr. Burns pose too.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh,
All right. I'll be back.
okay.
Right.
Goodbye,
like
Drake
a-
Dragsaw.
Isn't it like a cliche, like, dystopian sci-fi thing where, like, all the rich people go to Mars and live forever while all the poor people stay on Earth and, like, get suffocated by fumes?
Gonna happen. We're gonna be on Earth and we'll see a big Trump Tower on Mars with a telescope.
Instead of the American flag being put there, they're gonna put a Trump stakes.
The McDonald's flag.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a subsidiary of the WWE is gonna like put their headquarters on Mars.
I'm sure Vince has pitched like, okay, here's what we do: John Cena versus The Undertaker, but get this, on Mars.
On the moon.
Now we forgot to give them spacesuits. Hopefully they're okay.
Like they only need the helmets, right? Like that's the big thing. That's the cool thing, right?
It's human instinct to want to eat somebody wearing a helmet.
Y'all ever noticed that Leon Trotsky kind of looks like fucking Sam Hyde?
I'm just
Leon
hearing this for the
Trotsky.
first time.
Have you? I'm being real. Have y'all ever seen that?
Leon Trotsky?
Do you not know who that is?
He looks like
Oh yeah, he
Theodore
does look like
Roosevelt,
Sam Hyde.
but I can see it.
Well, fuck it. Do you not know who Leon Trotsky is?
You think I
Bronze?
give a shit about Leon
Well, fuck it.
Trotsky?
It's fucking basic history class.
What the fuck did Leon Trotsky ever do for me?
Well, fuck it. He could have saved the damn world.
This motherfucker looked like Colonel Sanders.
This was who
If-
was supposed to be elected before Stalin just like put himself into power.
Okay.
I love.
Franz, you should know that. That was an epic rap battles of history.
Oh, it was. I should know this. That's where I get all of my historical information from. That's why I think Elon Musk is a great guy.
He's Iron Man and James Bond.
Yes.
They did get Mark Zuckerberg right.
Yeah. All right. Well, Drake's gone. Let's talk about it. What are you guys' favorite epic rap battle of history?
Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates.
Classic. All right.
I quite like Babe Ruth versus Lance Armstrong.
That
I think that-
one's pretty good.
That second verse when he's like building up the anger in his Babe Ruth on Lance Armstrong, that's like one of the great ones.
I really like James Bond versus Austin Powers. What?
I don't hear that one as often.
Yeah, because it's a fucking because I'm fucking cultured. That's what it is, Bronze.
Okay.
I ain't no
alright.
fucking. I'm a fucking connoisseur. I ain't sit here with my dick in my hands watching fucking go to the most popular fucking watch that. No, I'll be watching what the fuck I want to watch, motherfucker. You ain't got no taste in nothing, big
Well,
nosed
maybe
motherfucker.
you just have bad taste. I don't know.
Motherfucker, fuck you, motherfucker. You ain't no shit
Okay.
about nothing.
All
Which
right.
one of us is going to DC at the end of the month?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
No, me. I swear to God, I've said this before. If I see JD Vance when I'm singing at the Memorial Day Festival, I can't sing. I'm gonna start laughing. I will be flashbanged by every Photoshop I've ever seen of him, and I will not be able to contain myself.
You know what you should do is you should bring a box of donuts, and if you see JD Vance, have him pick a donut. Because Just imagine.
Yeah.
Oh god, I fucking wish. No, if I walked up to JD Vans with a box of donuts, I'd get like shot in the head probably.
You open the box of donuts, it's like the boxing glove connected to the spring. It pops out at him.
Oh yeah. When you go to shake hands with JD Vance, but you have the little like chakra thing in your palm.
You're like the Joker in The Dark Knight, but you're actually Cesar Romero Joker, and you're just pulling pranks the whole time.
Yeah. They'll never see this coming. I'm going to make a big pie and then throw it in
Never
their
see
face.
you coming.
Yeah. And then he sings the entire Persona soundtrack.
Going back to epic rap battles,
Yes.
because the big Michael Jackson fan is here, what is everyone's opinions on the winner of Elvis versus Michael Jackson?
Jackson.
Jackson.
They both do a pretty good. I think that Elvis's first verse is pretty good.
I think it's a good video, but
it's
morally,
really
I
good.
have to say Jackson wins.
Well, sure, but like, you have to put morals aside here. Do you remember Clint Eastwood versus Bruce Lee?
Vaguely. That's a really early one, isn't that?
Yeah. Clint Eastwood plays the most racist man on earth in that rap battle. And he wins.
Oh wait, no, Clint Eastwood versus Bruce Lee. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of someone versus Chuck Norris.
Oh, that's
Abraham Lincoln.
It was Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was back when they were just like, I don't know, just two random fucks pin them together.
Yeah, the first one for some reason is John Lennon versus Bill O'Reilly.
I feel like they could do a good version of both of those characters nowadays. But like I think it was Lloyd doing John Lennon. He doesn't even try to do the accent.
And then he sings about Maxwell's silver hammer as if he wrote the song.
Mm-hmm.
All the Beatles just write the same things. Ringo wrote all the songs.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Ringo
did.
wrote out the songs.
Epic rap battles of history. Ringo versus Ringo.
Adolf
Begin.
Hitler.
Ringo versus Ringo.
Ringo versus Chuck Norris. We got it.
Oh, there we go.
Fucking get us in the writer's room, Epic Lloyd.
So let's all pitch an epic rap battles right now. The best one wins a prize.
Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. What fucking correlation do these two people have? They're both politicians.
No.
I think it's like
It's a capitalism versus communism thing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like, maybe they really are just throwing people at each other again. What the fuck? I saw some shit. Jeff Bezos versus Mansa Musa. Actually, no, that makes sense. Never mind. I forgot who Mansa Musa was for a second. No, that makes sense. Never mind.
Vince McMahon versus Stephen Hawking.
Their most popular is still Obama versus Mitt Romney.
Oh, they had on like a poll, they had like a Vince McMahon battle somewhere. I don't remember who it was against.
Who could possibly match up with Vince McMahon? He's like such an enigma.
Yeah. People are saying Vince McMahon versus P.T. Barnum.
I mean, I guess.
Sure.
The thing about Vince McMahon is he's such just an unironic psychopath that I think he just wins whatever rap battle you put him in.
Yeah.
Because he eats the other person. I forgot that Hitler wasn't an actual epic rap battles history. I feel like an idiot. I forgot. There's 3. Holy shit. Yeah, I forgot about Hitler versus fucking what's it called? Darth Vader. I'm stupid.
My dad.
I remember seeing a tweet once where somebody was like, I wonder what the guy who played Hitler that time, how he feels.
How does he feel?
I'm being reminded of the epic Christian rap battles that we saw.
Oh, that one was good.
Oh,
They have
Jesus
Santa
Christ!
Claus versus Moses. It's kind of strange. Because neither of those are like really. Well, I mean, Moses is a Jewish symbol, but like Santa Claus
I
is really
think
a
I
Christian.
think the lore of that one was it was supposed to be Santa versus Jesus, but then Maker Studios was like, "Hey, we have Snoop Dogg, do something with him," and so they're like, "I guess he can be Moses."
They really did throw people at each other. What the fuck does Mother Teresa and Sigmund Freud have to do each other except for the concept of mothers?
It's that, and it's also like Christianity versus atheism, and like faith versus science, that kind of thing.
You said
The least viewed
Christianity,
epic
and I
rap battles are
misheard it as
history videos.
Christian. So who should Christian go against?
The least viewed epic rap battles are history videos. Napoleon versus Charlemagne. It's only 2 months old, so they're doing pretty good for themselves.
Sure. What historical figure would Christian be up against?
Oh no.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, there's not a lot to be compared.
Do you remember Mr. T versus Mr. Rogers?
I do.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
Mr.
I think-
Rogers wins just like also off of morality because he saved like PBS.
He also just was the better rapper in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are so many of them where they're obviously favoring one person or they don't give the other guy a lot of material. Like I feel like Freddie Mercury versus Frank Sinatra.
I actually was just scrolling through their videos and saw that one. I was like, I've never seen that one.
Freddie Mercury got all the material there. And I feel like and I like Freddie Mercury more than Frank Sinatra, but Frank didn't get anything.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't. They really
Adam
wanted
versus
to.
Eve, epic rap battles of history.
Oh, that one sucks.
That one's shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to click on that. Goku versus Superman. All I know that one has a fucking Ray William Johnson in it.
Yes.
And I remember there was like a meme that my friends kept sending me back in the day, a couple years ago. That was just fucking every time. It was some shit like Goku versus Superman, that one. But as soon as Ray William Johnson came on screen, his audio cut out. It just played the clip of him going, "Damn N-word."
Yeah. I can see that.
All I know.
That's all you need, really. Who would Christian be up against?
Who's like the most documented person in history besides Christian?
I just looked that up. The first one I see is Winston Churchill. I don't know if that fits.
I'm not sure how well that would fit. No.
Mozart versus Skrillex, Master Chief versus Leonidas.
Okay, 10 most documented people. Albert Einstein, Jesus, Martin Luther.
Oh, Christian versus Jesus. We can do that.
Yeah. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Gandhi, Shakespeare? Shakespeare, I mean the Sonichu comics.
Yeah, they already did Shakespeare, though.
You're right. Who hasn't been done?
Vince McMahon.
Nelson Mandela.
They could do something with that.
Muhammad. Would they depict
Hold on,
Muhammad?
I'm listening to fucking Master Chief versus Leonidas. I need the actual bar of Master Chief says, Cortana says you're Greek, so why don't you stick these lyrics up your ass?
All right, I've returned, guys.
What?
Hello.
What's going on?
Don't worry. We filled time very well.
Oh, I bet. That sounds like something you'd do.
We did. It was related to the topics of this whole episode.
Stick your lyrics up your ass. What the fuck does that have to do with being Greek? I know Greeks were like famously gay. Oh, by the way, Paul, I did send something in content.
Yeah, but got
We
this.
we have Linda McMahon news. She got into a scuffle with the mayor of Knox County.
Here we go.
Oh, really? Oh.
Whoa.
Oh my god. No.
Ah.
Is this guy an illegal immigrant?
No, that's Mayor Glenn Jacobs. They got into an argument, I guess. Oh. Politics has gotten out of hand.
Man, we used to be a
She's
country.
dead.
Breaking news. Linda McMahon has died.
Alright, let's see if we got a claim. Looks like we're good.
I think to improve politics, we should have Hell in a Cell.
Hell in the Cell.
That should be like instead of the last debate, we should have Hell in the Cell.
Helen A. Cell, dickhead. By the way, I did
Helena
send
Cell.
something. I sent something in content, by the way, Paul.
Oh yeah, this is some news. I think we should talk about this.
Oh.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Wait.
Oh yeah, pull
wait,
this
hang
up.
on. So what is this? Okay. This kid is going viral in a Walmart. and
Yeah, I
it's
just
got-
heard about that a few days ago.
and it's got
I
everyone talk-
hope
wait.
he's got a good career going on.
So it was like, how old is
He's
this?
yodeling in a Walmart.
Well, he's a kid.
Huh.
Probably like
This-
8.
This is new. Okay, so this is really interesting, actually. So
Oh,
this,
yeah.
In these
How
I haven't,
was
heard,
he?
I haven't heard about this. 8 or 9? Okay. Is there a video?
there's gotta be a video, right?
I hope
Surely
so.
it's not just a picture.
Look
Great.
up kid yodeling in Walmart. New tab, gay porn.
Oh my
kid
god.
yodeling.
Mason just celebrated his 18th birthday back in November.
Who's
Who is
Mason?
Mason?
You know his name?
Wait,
It's
Wow.
2018.
And this kid
He was
fucking sucks.
11.
this sucks. This
Why
sucks.
is he doing this in a Walmart?
Get out of here, weirdo.
Who would have
Actually, wait, no.
allowed this
I
shit?
don't think I don't know if anyone's ever asked this. Why the fuck was he doing this in a Walmart? This kid just
Well,
trying to
this
be
just
extra
happened.
for no fucking reason.
What is the context for this?
This isn't a talent show, loser. I'm
Yeah,
trying
why
to
is he
buy
dressed
things.
like that and then just starts
Get the
fucking
fuck outta
yodeling?
here, you son of a bitch.
Traditionally, I would pay money to see somebody yodel, let alone Mason goddamn Ramsey.
Oh, we got a friend of ours to join. Here we go. Welcome
Friend
to
of the show.
Oh, we got one buff week. Welcome to the
Oh,
show.
One
Welcome
buff
to the
weed.
show.
Yo,
Thank you.
Buff Weed,
hi,
hello.
hi. How we doing?
Doing well.
Have you heard of
Doing-
this?
Have you seen this
pretty
shit?
well.
Have you
You seen
seen
this
this
shit?
fucking shit? This there's this kid yodeling in a fucking Walmart.
Are you talking about that one? Yeah, I've seen this. Damn,
Oh,
What
you
a
have?
horrible,
Really?
horrible person.
I've
Let
never
Mason
seen.
Ramsey video.
I've never seen this. This is crazy.
This
This
is
is
news.
new.
This is breaking news.
I would turn on my camera, but I don't want to drop your guys' credit score, so I'm just gonna keep it off.
Oh,
Alright.
Are
What?
you doing? Are you up to something?
Oh no, I'm just. It's a black guy. But yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Welcome. We got like 45 minutes left of the show, so
Oh, that's fine. I
We're
gotta
timing
Hold on,
it.
it might take Paulie a minute to get you on camera too.
no, we're good. We're
It's-
doing it.
it-
We're literally
Alright.
doing it.
okay.
right now, I think I just saw it. Like, it's split between him and
Shut
Bronze.
up. You gotta make
Oh,
me
no.
feel bad about
all
this.
you see is my titties.
Where's the Care Bear outfit?
Where's
Where
my
is the
Care
Care
Bear
Bear
outfit?
outfit?
It's over
Yeah.
there. It's
Put
actually
it on.
pretty cold. I should put it on.
Go put it on.
Let's hear it.
What the fuck? You know
Don't
what?
fucking
No.
mandate. this
No.
shit.
You know
Boy,
what?
I
No.
tell you, go
Man.
put that Care Bear outfit on. You
Whoa,
put it on.
boy! Is that what you just said, boy?
Turn on your camera. Because that was funny.
I don't got a fucking camera.
I got a vision for you.
You want to know why you don't have a camera? Because I stole it. Because I'm black. But
No!
yeah.
Did you steal the fucking Wi-Fi drivers from my PC too? My shit ain't working.
Bro, damn, Jamal already hit your house. Fuck, I gotta call him. Either way, bro, I told him to stay off my fucking turf, but it's whatever. He gotta eat and feed his fucking baby mama, whatever.
Fuck
But
all that shit,
why are we watching the yodeling man? What's going on?
Because this just
We're
happened.
outraged.
Yodeling
I've
kid.
never heard of this, and this is crazy. This is crazy.
This
Drake.
just happened.
Drake, it's Walmart.
Yeah.
It's Walmart.
That's-
Why
that's
was
the
this kid dressed
interesting
like
thing.
this?
Why was the motherfucker like dressed in a Walmart just doing this shit though? This is a real question.
This video is staged as fuck.
Well,
He's
What do you mean
obstructing the
mistake?
aisles. He's getting in people's way. I don't like it.
This
He's
punk-
being
Was
loud.
it rap web bait?
All right, we got you
I'm a-
on screen. We've done it. We did it.
There
I'm
we
a blue
Congratulations.
go.
Power Ranger. That's actually pretty accurate. And I like that. I like that.
All right. So what else we got to chat about? Whoa, went away.
Ah,
Sorry, Siri fucking insisted we talk about that. Shit.
I mean, yeah, people would be mad if we didn't.
You have an actual countdown till fucking Trump is gone. That is hilarious. It's
Thank
like
you.
I want to know.
I can tell
the
you're a viewer of
exact
the show.
time.
I mean, barring like assassination or heart attack,
I normally watch.
Yeah, barring the
your
two
videos.
things that are probably going to happen.
or
Yeah.
just
I know
wandering into the woods.
Here's oh yeah, we got to talk about fucking Kanye West and Piers Morgan. That's the thing we're gonna talk
Oh,
about now.
God.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Piers
that's
Morgan.
the video.
Piers
H-
Morgan
H-
is like such a wannabe fucking like. Also,
Look,
it's just
look,
it's the same thing we were talking about with that Australian bitch, where it's just like motherfucking like people that live nowhere near America trying to graft their asses on the fucking like American
Drake,
politics.
hold on. Do not press play. Can you zoom in on those eyes? Do you have the ability to do that?
He's
I mean,
got he's got
look at-
fucking
Look at
Enhanced.
those
horror
eyes.
enhanced.
It's not even like nothing there. There's something there. I've never seen such festering. He has festering,
There's
dark,
something there that shouldn't be.
cryptic thoughts.
He's taking up
he is,
the entire.
He is contemplating murdering everybody there.
I think his
Minecraft.
brain is filled with moderately strong language right now.
No, what? No, the one further that has the shadow under it. Really can't tell the difference with my people. But that right there is the angry eye, and the other one is thinking about porn. And
What
why
is-
the fuck does he look like Denzel Washington?
What
a
does that
little
say?
bit here?
Viper 2024? The fuck?
I don't fucking know what he does. Didn't he wear a Black Klansman suit?
He
Oh,
did.
yeah.
He did. Yeah,
Yes, he
that's
did.
pretty awesome. That was for his famous album World War III, which was later renamed Cuck. We listened to that the second that dropped. It's not
Yeah.
very,
Like,
Wait, did we actually? Did I miss that?
we didn't watch
We
it on
listened to
the
one of
show,
the
but
songs.
we
I watched it,
but-
but I was like reading through the Wikipedia article.
Yeah,
they
I was
changed
not.
it
I was
over
not
and
here for this
over.
listening party. I think that's what we need to do after the show
Here,
today.
I'll pull it up the lyrics on genius.com and you can
Yeah,
read
if you
them for
if
me,
you guys
Siri.
need context, look up the Kanye West song "Cousin."
And right now, there's been talks that Donda 2's finally getting a release.
What's the first track off of
Who cares, man?
Didn't he release Heil Hitler today?
What was
He
what's the name of the
did.
first track off of World War III?
Isn't it just the N-word hard R?
No.
Just look up.
Here we go. First we listened to it. Why is it acting like it doesn't exist?
The thing?
Oh, he delisted it? Oh, fuck.
Ah,
No, not
Hulk
H-
Hogan?
Hulk Hogan, yeah. It's the one
Hulk
with
Hogan?
Dave Blunts. Anyways, I was gonna pull it up because it had the N-word in it and I was gonna make Siri read it, but
Yay!
the joke
Oh, damn
fell
it.
through. Sorry,
alright.
you got something else you're trying to do? But what are you texting?
Oh no! I did it. It's a secret to meeting. Don't you come at me like that.
My first
Oh,
question.
you know
for
what I'm doing? I could have been joking. You have no idea what I'm doing.
I guess is an obvious one.
I was joking, actually.
All right. And first question. I guess it's an obvious
Hope
one.
to achieve from our
Who are
conversation.
you? What is your name?
That right there, being uncensored.
That right there.
Being uncensored.
He just okay. So the name of the show is Piers Morgan Uncensored, and he just read like the fucking Chiron or whatever he sees on his end to just answer. It's like when Donald Trump was asked about what's this Declaration of Independence here. He goes, "Well, it's exactly what it is. It's a declaration of our independence, and it's a great thing." But he's just reading it.
And
He is so
American
autistic.
media, it's very censored. It
he's
feels
actually
like an
bipolar.
episode of
What is he's dressed like a fucking tradesman right now? Like this is a motherfucker that like posts up.
He's about to go fishing immediately after.
He
this
looks like
interview.
he's about to survive in a post-apocalyptic world, and he's the main character going and looking for loot.
Yeah.
That's what he.
It looks like he's about to post up at the fucking job site for a 12-hour shift painting. Where he makes $85K a year.
Black Mirror a lot of times.
Mirror?
So
Mirror?
I
Mayor?
put myself
What?
across the line. The point of
He
no
accidentally used the British setting on his AI voice.
Oh yeah, his
What the
5% British is showing.
Oh my god.
5%
That make
I love that it's like, the show is called Piers Morgan Uncensored. This is an official upload from Piers Morgan Uncensored, and it still has to disclose moderately strong language.
return saying, "Hey, I know
How
they're
much you
gonna."
want to bet he doesn't know why it's called Black Mirror, by the way?
it just pissed me off how he just staring at the floor while he's on like
Yeah, he's not even
just,
making fucking eye contact.
I don't he looks like he's in trouble and he's trying to explain why he didn't, eat the cookie that was left out on the
Yeah,
table.
why he was causing a ruckus in English class today.
I didn't
They're
do
about to
that.
call his parents too.
Why did you pull Sally's hair, little Kanye? I don't know. Because she was
Somehow
Jewish.
Gonna
I think
contact Donda from up in the
Those
skies.
little things
explain what
from
Kanye's
up-
doing.
I think your theory might be right. If he tries to make eye contact with Piers Morgan, he might just eat him.
I pulled her hair because those little things on the side of her hat looked funny.
Gonna say whatever they want about me. And when I bring up the truth, they're gonna say you didn't get enough sleep.
truth.
It's
The
because
way
of
that
your.
the
You
way
don't
that
sound the same as you used to. He sounds gayer now.
he's been replaced. He literally has been. He's been replaced or brainwashed or something. Like there's like an alternate. That happens every few years. There was a weird stint where he was like Christian for a while. That's gone. That's just
The
disappeared.
Jesus is King era.
Yeah. I almost think that his next little fucking like era is gonna be he's just gonna convert fully to Judaism. Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, just
Shalom.
that'd be hilarious.
Your
Is
health.
this like the
They're gonna
end
call me-
stage of Kanye becoming
Can't
Tyler
wait for
Durden?
his Hanukkah album.
names for my truth, but these experiences that I'm telling you about are
haven't seen this
factually
before, by
things
the
that
way.
I've went through and things that I refuse to
Factually
keep
things-
going through and things that I'm not going to let my children go through and things
He's
that I'm
wearing a
not going to
camo
let my
hat.
peers go through.
Pierce.
No pun
Pierce
intended.
Mor-
We are
oh,
most certainly
he is a genius.
Why is he?
His name's Pierce Morgan. He's a genius. It just happens so naturally to him. The fucking wordplay.
censored on this show, yeah. And I want to give you the time and the platform to really explain yourself,
man should not be
because I
calling
think
him
that
gay.
sometimes sound bites about people,
Out
perhaps
of
taken out of
context
context,
sound
sometimes
bites.
can create a very distorted view of.
I'm going DEFCON 3 on the Jews before going to sleep.
Not even DEFCON. He don't even know
That's
what
what
the
I
fuck
said.
he's
I
saying.
said DEFCON.
I know.
No, wait. I think the reason why he says it's out of context is because if they added the extra 3 seconds, he should have mentioned that he was doing this in Minecraft.
Oh yeah. He ended every.
No, the extra
always
3
crop
seconds would
that
just
out.
be him talking about fucking his cousin.
They never show the clip.
They never show the fucking.
What
clip.
a person really thinks.
What a person really
what do
thinks.
you think, looking back over the
What
last few
part
weeks
of
in
what he
particular,
thinks.
what do you think have been the biggest misconceptions about you?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually.
Well, I think.
Oh yeah, this is like overseas, so there's like a 10-second fucking delay between. Dude, I would love it if they started arguing because like the delay is just gonna make it worse.
There's a left agenda to
Oh
silence.
my god, he's just making me
anyone that
nervous just with
goes-
his posture.
Yeah, he's
And
making.
just
It's like if you.
You're gonna have
to-
neck pain, dude.
If you're like on the bus, right, and there's like a homeless person like near you, and they're kind of like muttering to themselves, but like they're not really doing anything towards you or anything, but it's like this is something I'm gonna keep my eye on here, just in case shit gets real. It makes it very like unsettling, very nervous.
against the
He's
agenda.
he's got
Let's
very
go
you wouldn't
back
like me when I'm
to,
angry posture.
Trump running for office
Trump running
back
for
in
office.
2015.
one in.
Everyone that was
One.
around me in my
One
industry,
in.
in the entertainment industry, told me that my life would be over. I would be on the wrong side of history. I've even had
Who would
threats
say
to
that?
my life for wearing the Trump hat. And
Yeah, despite, no threats that I've made, like going DEFCON 3 on the Jews, which is, he just made that tweet fucking before he went to sleep. I gotta point out, like before he went to bed.
Yeah, that's his nighttime ritual. Gotta tweet that out.
He didn't even like. that was the last thing on his mind before going to sleep. But he was tired that night, so he didn't have time to go DEFCON 3 that night.
Yeah.
He's saying, when I wake up, genocide. But I'm going to bed tonight.
I'm a little sleepy, but later, genocide maybe.
I'm a little sleepy tonight.
That's something for future me to deal with.
Destroying my family and also making it where I have to raise my children differently because I actually am a person that's classified as black. I classify myself.
Oh, I thought Kanye was doing that.
Who's got that pussy?
But a person that's classified that had been given that title in America as black, in America, that I'm supposed to stay in a block of a vote.
I'm supposed to never.
A block of cement. Yeah. They want to make me decorations. Sorry.
They want to cast him into the shit from Star Wars that I can't remember the name of.
The Dead Zone.
Oh no!
Phantom Zone.
You're supposed to be the nerd here. What the fuck?
I like that you said that I'm the nerd. If you want to make did he go into the fucking was it called evil containment wave? Did he put him in the fucking bottle?
I was just talking about the shit that
I have a
Han
Dragon
Solo
Ball
gets
Z
frozen
tattoo
into.
and I have Goku behind me. Ask me anime references. I don't watch comics. I don't look at comics. I don't read.
I don't watch.
You think
comics.
I read? Look at me, and it gives you a real reason why I probably don't read. I'm just
That's
kidding.
your cousin, real buff, one buff Reed.
I have a cousin named
So
Reed,
why is
but
there a
his
term
last
black
name's
vote?
Reed.
How is that okay? It sounds just as racist
I know, that's
as a black drinking fountain. And my dad, called me.
This is a weird thing.
Said,
That, like, this is what literally every black conservative grifter says. By the way, is like, I'm an independent thinker, man. I ain't gotta fall in line with the rest of the black folks. I can think what I want. You're telling me
He doesn't talk like that.
No, but I'm talking about other
Southern.
No, I'm talking black.
I'm talking like
brother.
you people.
they don't talk like that, man. You're about 40 years behind on your Ebonics. You need to go ahead and get that update. You're like 4 or 5 updates behind.
You should apply to Harvard and learn about
You're
it.
running on Emancipation 2.0. You're on the way basic system.
I guess so. You know what I'm talking about, though? Like the black conservative grift of like that's literally.
I know. Did you get the dog whistle DLC? It only costs 3 reparation points, bro. That shit's cheap.
3 RPs?
Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck? Come on now. That shit's nothing.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, though? It's like every black conservative grifter, like Candace Owens.
Yeah, I know.
It's the same script.
What's the one that the old show used to make fun of? Tim what?
Scott?
No. Fuck. Crispy Baldy.
Crispy Baldy?
Oh fuck! You the only one that knows.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I don't remember his fucking name.
I cannot remember his
Louis
fucking
Farrakhan?
name. He's basically just the Uncle Ruckus for conservatives. I cannot remember his name.
Uncle Ruckus?
Basically. I don't know. I gotta fucking look it up. Give me a second. I'm gonna look it up.
No worries. But it's every black conservative grifter, like one that literally they're trying to be a media personality out of it. Kanye is a bit different because he came to the popularity independently of this, but they all have the same script of I'm an independent. They telling me I have to think this way because I'm black. Fuck you.
The thing that the left fear about Ye or makes me the most dangerous.
He's on the new norm.
I'm rich.
I like that I love that he speaks about himself in the third
Tupac
person.
told me back in the days, you had to get your money right, and then you go to war. So I'm going to war. I don't have
going DEFCON.
I don't have endless resources. I only have maybe honestly only maybe $120 million in my account.
I was literally saying that as a joke, and then he just said 120. I was literally saying only have a couple $100 million.
Oh, there he goes.
And there he goes. You hate to watch him go, but you love to watch him leave.
Oh yeah, shame.
All right. That's all right.
We got all we needed out of him.
Damn.
Oh no, he's back.
Oh,
he's
he's back.
He's just in general.
Well, what the hell? Oh yeah, I gotta drag him.
General.
I gotta drag him back in.
Yeah,
Turn your camera back on, young man.
that's the only way he knows how live streams work. You gotta drag him into the voice call.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
Yo, my bad.
Sorry, someone donated 50 pence to drag you out.
I wish it was that way. My bad. No, I fuck around and joined from my phone on accident somewhere else. So that was my bad.
You're good. You're
No,
good.
I got people from the other show asking me about the shit that just happened over there. So I'm like, no, it's fine. People are weird. This whole streaming shit is just nonstop. Once you start, everything is your life is kind of about this. I don't know why. I don't like it, but I like it.
Sounds good.
No.
Sounds like fun. But I was literally going to say that as a joke, where he goes like, I only have a limited amount of resources, and I'm going to say like, $100 million or so, and then he literally said it for real. He only has $120 million, which is more than like most entire
Wait,
generations.
how much does he have?
120 million in his account. He said.
Yeah, that's because I love how he can lose billions of dollars and still be filthy fucking rich. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious
God.
where it's like, that's more money than like entire bloodlines of like, people make in their like in
Higher
their entire
than the GDP
family
of 100 countries.
in their entire family lineage.
That's
But
like
what I'm not.
that's like without working, living a nice lifestyle, but not like over lavish or even lavish. That's like 6 generations of wealth.
Yeah.
Easily.
Am I wrong?
Easily, yeah.
Even if they live rich, it's 6 generations at the bare minimum of wealth.
Yeah.
If they live
And
modestly,
if you're not working and you don't have that in like a Roth IRA or something that's creating money off of interest, literally just living off of that.
just living off of that. Even let's just say they lived in their means. They could probably go like, if the fucking U.S. or anything and the currency stays the same, like hundreds of years on that money.
They can move to Mars.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
dumb.
We were talking about this a second ago. It's like I would if this actually became a viable thing, which it definitely won't in our lifetime, to like live on Mars. I feel like I would like never respect anyone that lived on Mars trying to talk shit about anything. Is it motherfucker? You live on Mars. Shut the fuck up.
I feel like you could terraform the moon faster than Mars, right?
Yeah, but
Am I wrong about that?
either one is way more money and expenses than fucking
Just
fixing Earth.
Yeah, you could easily just fix Earth. The problem is that eventually, just with time, if for some reason our species lasts hundreds of thousands of years to the point that we do have to worry about transplanting ourselves throughout the solar system, if not the universe, we'll have to worry about that. But until then, we only know 5% of our ocean. I'd rather us figure out the weird shit that's down there than figure out what the fuck's in the stars.
Yeah, it's such a.
I mean, I would rather fix the CO2 in the atmosphere and the impending doom than look at weird fish. But like,
isn't there like?
There's fucked up looking squids that look like buildings down there. Think about that.
I think those are just buildings.
I'm not gonna let happen is I'm not gonna let my kids.
Oh my
take over.
God! Sorry.
You're all right. By the way, the question that was asked was like, "What are the biggest misconceptions about you?" This has nothing to do with anything.
For Yeezy someday.
The biggest misconceptions about me, like that I'm like overly egotistical, like that. I'm probably more arrogant than I put off.
Yeah.
People think that because they see a muscly guy that like, oh, this guy's like a gym bro, he's cocky.
They think just
like,
because he's better than everyone, that he thinks he's better.
Everybody's better than somebody, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
That's just the fucking.
I just happen to be better than everyone else.
Like the way the laws of everything works, for somebody to be better, somebody has to be lesser. For them, that's just how it is.
It's always lesser people that call me a narcissist. That's really coincidental. It's really ironic.
It's normally the people that are insecure in their own feelings. Nobody likes a confident person, somebody that's okay with being themselves and being out there and loud about it. Nobody likes that because they themselves don't know who they are. And if they do, they're not comfortable expressing that yet.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh
Much
my
like
god,
Kanye West.
this guy knows words. Holy shit.
telling them what to do and talking behind
Wait,
their back.
wait. Why does he have nut all over his shirt?
I was just
Like,
saying, like,
Yeah, I was thinking.
It looks
that's
like
not paint.
Oh yeah, I mean, he said he had a porn addiction since he was 5 years old. There was when he was on Alex Jones, he was talking about how like anyone that watches porn is a pedophile.
I feel like Kanye's rich enough that he just jerks off wherever he wants and just shoots it and then just like,
who gives a fuck?
Oh, wait,
Time
you
for
guys
my
don't do that?
interview.
and
Yeah.
just continues to do it. Like,
I
just
mean,
continues to
he
move on
doesn't
his
have
day.
to impress anyone. He doesn't have to like fucking be a sycophant for anyone anymore. So like, yeah, he can just do that. He can live like a degenerate, homeless fucking jackass because he's already got it figured out.
Wait, hold on, pause. Wait, you guys don't already do that?
I'm not going to let that
I'm doing something
happen to
wrong?
my children. So I have to fight
Piers
right
Morgan
now.
jump scare, just
And
for
the
half
other
a second.
powerful icons in black music, when they were at the top of the game, they didn't fight at that point. They were too afraid of losing whatever they had. So by the time
is
they
he
wanted
now
to
just copying Dave Chappelle right now, being like, "Oh, I backed out before it became, all about the money, man." What is he getting at? Do you think?
I don't
weird
think he
how
knows
only
what
the
he's
crazy
getting at.
people have this
I think he's forgetting what he's saying mid-sentence and trying to make a coherent sentence. He's on something.
Yeah,
He
well,
is high as fuck
Well, it's
on
like
something.
Well, him talking is like you just you open like Android keyboard and spam the middle suggested word over and over, where each word technically relates to each other, but like the entire sentence is just meaningless.
I don't know if you guys are anime geeks like I am. If Kanye West were to watch an anime, which one would it be? I think I have an idea.
I think he would watch Death Note, which sounds weird, but like I feel like he would watch it and be like, "Wait, I'm light."
No.
I don't know, K-On?
He would watch the Rick and Morty anime.
The Rick and Morty
Yeah, he
anime.
would. He would. He
Yeah.
he definitely fucking does. I think he watches Fairy Tale.
Oh.
He watches the Boondocks and be like, "This is what I hate."
I don't think he watches the Boondocks.
No,
I don't think
he would watch it once and be like, "What the fuck?"
Old Kanye watched all the Boondocks. New Kanye is like, that's the mockery of our people.
He was told to watch it by the white man.
Or no, not the white man. Them.
You people.
to make a difference. By the time
Those
Bill
grubby
Cosby wanted to
thems.
buy NBC,
Those money grubby
he didn't have the
thems.
Cosby Show at that time to
Cosby
be
Show?
able to stand up when they wanted to literally throw him in jail. You know, where they actually did throw
He
him
was
in
at a
jail.
Diddy party, right?
Cosby
Most
or Kanye?
definitely.
Because both of them, I'm pretty sure
Him.
it has to be.
Him.
I don't know, but
That
right
guy.
now he's calling bullshit on Cosby.
This motherfucker.
On Cosby
Can I-
raping bitches for 40 years.
Can I say my favorite word, Drake?
You're allowed to.
Oh, this nigga crazy as fuck. This motherfucker right here. This is a crazy ass nigga. I don't know if you guys understand that shit. That's okay. This motherfucker has lost his fucking mind ever since his mom
really?
died. Yes.
I was kind
You're
of
telling me
picking
this
up
for
on
the first
something
time.
that
My
like something was
favorite
wrong, but
my favorite depiction of him that is the most accurate. I don't give a fuck how the word's pronounced.
Acura.
Yeah, the fucking car brand.
Akira.
I feel like the best description of him is when Family Guy did a parody of him, and he's like, "I wonder what Kanye's doing right now. I'm giving these lasagnas a massage." Like I could see him doing that. I could see him doing that. And like
South Park got pretty close with the fish sticks.
Oh yeah,
because
the
he
gay
in real
fish
life
episode.
got mad about that.
A South Park writer with a fish stick.
So people have to
I ain't no gay
understand
fish.
just the bravery. There's so many people everywhere. I know everyone can relate to
Pause it really
being
so
quick.
many
afraid
people
to say
everywhere.
His facial hair looks like vagina hair. Just wanted to say that.
It's there's a grunginess to it that like
It looks like-
it almost like the patchiness of it looks like you took the spray paint tool in MS Paint and sprayed it over.
It looks like a girl shaved her pussy and got a nice landing strip, and then it just started growing back.
Yeah, this is
She
3
just
days in.
doesn't care. Just 3
say
days.
what
Goddamn.
you're gonna feel because you feel like you're gonna lose something. So whether you agree with me or not,
Maybe he can't actually grow facial hair and that's just from him eating pussy. That's just what sticks to his face, and you already see.
No, that's what. Not from eating.
I can
pussy,
see.
sucking
I
his
can
cock.
see him doing that. I can see him just doing that just because.
We call that shit a skincare routine.
Yeah, you see, I mean, you see how decrepit he looks already. I would not leave out him not washing the pubic hair off of his face.
I want to think that Kanye eats pussy, but just in the most inconvenient times. Like they're just in the middle of a restaurant. He just crawls under the table and just starts going
Sneaks
to
under,
town.
like Walter White.
He thought it was the lasagna. He got a little confused.
Yeah, I could see him just like randomly like getting driven around by his girlfriend and just like, I'm just gonna lean over and get in there. I can see they're like pulling money out of the ATM and him just like it's right here, right now. I feel like he likes to force oral onto women. Like there's no
forced oral. Yeah.
I think he likes to force women.
Yeah. Do you eat pussy, Weeb?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You're a gentleman,
it looks like I was correct. Donna 2 is available on all platforms right now.
Kanye just texted you that? You got the connection?
No, I looked up the Wikipedia to see what
really?
the current
Oh, really?
status
Kanye didn't just text you? Good. Glad you could trample that bit, fucker.
Can you be quiet?
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I believe
you better be.
Yeah.
You're on thin.
Donna 2's finally out, and I will say, used the photo that I really liked, the one with the burning house on top of the pole.
They got rid of the Black Klansman.
People are going to feel the fact that someone is brave enough to say something. Every day I do 5 things that people have been historically killed for. Every day.
I brush my teeth.
And it's just,
I vote.
I want to prove,
I do 20
first
push-ups.
of all, I am Jew.
I dip my head in Saratoga water.
I was literally going to say that. Fuck.
Also, the 12 lost tribes of Hebrew. Do the math. Do your research.
He's doing the thing that black
he
people
said
are
it.
the real Jews.
I hate fucking black Hebrew Israelites. They're so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Every time they're in a Walmart or Kroger's parking lot, just sitting there, just hypnotized by them.
You see that shit in person?
I've
seen a few of them.
Wednesday.
I've never seen in real life black Hebrew Israelites. That's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. I would love to have a conversation with them. It was like, you are like retarded.
Search on it.
Yeah, I do.
They would just tell you.
That. I just tell them that. Now, before I was nice and I wanted to have conversations, but eventually, like, do you want to hear about the tribe you come from, brother? I'm like, no, don't care. Not your brother.
Brother.
You know what's so weird? I hate, that's another thing. This is off topic, but I hate when, like, old white guys, when you're trying to relate to, like, black people, just be yourself. Don't be like, what's up, brother? Don't. I know you think you're being fun and cool, but it's weird. Like, I'll have some dude go up to like, what's up, bro? Hey, what's up, man? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? And then they get to me, they're like, brother, my brother, how you doing, my brother? I'm like, bitch, is it the fucking 80s? Is it the fucking civil rights movement?
I call everyone brother. I probably look racist as hell.
I know it. It's not like insulting. It's just like,
it looks artificial. Like it's like you're treating me different, literally.
You're acting different on purpose to make me feel comfortable, and you're making me so uncomfortable.
Hey, just gotta say hello, sir.
It's fine with like people my age. It's different because they know the like common lingo. It's not like brother. It's like it's dude. What's up? G fam, all that bet. Cap, all that shit. It's mainly when it's an older white man. Hello, brother. I just want to say what's
old
up,
white
dog.
people start saying those words instead.
Yeah, they'll just start saying, "What's up, dog?" I'm like, no, it's not the '90s anymore. I'm sorry. Keep going.
You're okay. No, that's really
call everyone dog.
That's really humorous, actually.
I love that. Like legit. Now you'll notice it too. Like, what's up, dog? What's up? How you doing? What's up?
I'm
like,
Buff Weed, you're in a call with like the super autist who just talks like an old man. Now I feel bad because I used to call everyone dog for like a couple months.
You should feel ashamed. We're not your dog. We're people.
I'm just gonna call everyone G from now on.
Dudes like me just happen to like fuck your thick daughters to correct your genetic flow, but it's
What
okay.
the fuck?
Yeah. I'm gonna start calling everyone the N-word.
Lock them up. Lock them up.
No, I'm just saying. Everybody's gonna be one shade of beige. They're gonna be black people. They're gonna be white people with black people features in the future. Everybody's just gonna be a light skin in the future. I just can't wait for it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Have you seen them yet? I've seen them. They're like a weird.
Seen mixed race people.
No,
Shit's
more
fucked
than mixed
up.
race people. I'm talking about. No, I'm not talking about those damn mulatto babies. Look, all I'm talking about is I'm talking about the people that have like blue eyes, like a Jewfro, light skin, but black people nose and lips, but they're named
Michael
Jeffrey.
Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
I'm not talking about that artificial alien. That man was something else. I blame. You ever seen Black Dynamite? That was the accurate description of Michael Jackson's origin. That happened.
We got a Michael Jackson fan in the call here.
Why is he looking down? It's pissing me off.
It's my monitor. I'm sorry.
No, you're talking about Kanye here. The Kanye.
Okay,
I like the intro, but like the title here, they're trying to be respectful of Kanye, but he just goes by Ye. They title it the Kanye Ye West interview.
What's this guy's name? Daniel, did I scare you? He was like, no, not me, please.
We scare CC.
I raised my hand when Polly said that I'm a Michael fan, and then you said, "Why are you looking down?" And I was like, "Oh, it's my monitor."
Look. I know that I'm next to you in the bubble, but look, I can't.
Sorry, I cut his mic because he's a threat. I don't know. Wait, did I lose?
I always do that.
Yeah.
No. I have this mic that does this. What the fuck?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
No, I'm trying to show you my camera, but it's not in the box.
We see it.
Oh, that's cool.
We see it.
Love
it's
that.
not cool. It's very inconvenient because I'll hit it and I don't know, so I have to keep it in my eye view. All right, I'm distracting from this thing. We could have been 10 minutes in, but my big black ass doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. Continue.
No, we're good, man. We're probably gonna wrap the stream at 10. So
culture ripped from us and then told we were just simply void of color, which is another definition for black.
That'd be terrible.
But if we knew we were a culture and knew we were a people, the way the Jewish people know, then
not in the context you're talking about. If something's devoid of color, it wouldn't be any color. Like black in that context would be a color. So
yeah, white is a color. Eggshell is a color.
Yeah.
We wouldn't abort ourselves. We wouldn't shoot each other dead in the streets and then rap about it.
And then rap about it like
I'm
I've
sorry.
done for decades.
I have a very fucked up brain. I'm so sorry. You guys are not going to watch anything with me here. He said abort ourselves. It just makes me think like fetuses while they're growing up like have a big red button that says fuck this. And they just tap it at any time. They just shoot out their mom's pussy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's an eject button.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of here. No.
Ejector seat.
Those are the two buttons that are in there. You have eject and self-destruct.
Well, that's why we don't need abortions or anything because they can just decide for themselves. Wasn't there literally a Republican congressman that was saying that women can just refuse a pregnancy, like they can biologically refuse it?
Just clench hard enough.
That would be willpower.
It's called punching yourself in the stomach.
Yeah, you just fucking jump off the top rope of fucking.
Grab a steel chair, just jamming it into your stomach.
Dive off hell in a cell.
Like that.
Now I'm imagining a Mortal Kombat finisher move where Scorpion fucking grabs a fucking fetus out of a woman.
And that guy pops in and says toasty.
They don't make them like they used to.
About
abortality.
Abortality?
Having sex with each other's wives. We would keep our families together and we would do business together. The most dangerous person for
they just have to flash an image of fucking Jordan Peterson, Piers Morgan. Just to
they should throw in Jordan Peterson at some point and see if we notice.
Somebody screenshot this and take the rest of that.
Oh my
iris
god!
Away, and he just looks like
That's
the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail for the next episode.
He doesn't have color in his eyes.
Look where his hand is. He's about to.
Yeah, holy shit! He's about to.
Oh my god!
Them fish sticks got him. Holy shit!
That's.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're literally
That's the stem thing, the remote thing he has, and has finally got him to the level.
Oh, what the fuck? Hang on. So I thought he was looking up. It looks like his irises grew.
Most dangerous place for.
I thought he was looking up in his eye. Dude, that's fucked up.
black person in America is
Telling me
actually
Kanye West is
in
on
our
something
mother's stomachs.
unthinkable.
Because 50% of black deaths a year in America is abortion.
Okay, bro.
No,
How
no,
do you
no,
have
no.
that statistic?
They're getting it's the worst place for a black person to be is around a cop that's angry with a thing to prove to himself. That's it. That's what that is, and that's not even white or black cop. That's just cop in general.
Yeah.
They just feel like they have a license to kind of kill anybody, and if you feel you threaten them at any point, and that's about it.
Yeah.
It's just statistical that I don't know how much the statistic this is. Like black kids play like more, not like more sports, but they're more. How do I fucking say this without sounding that fucked up? God damn. I see the fucking landmines you people have to go through. That's fucked up. I felt bad. I fucked up 2 times that if you guys did, you'd be canceled. Isn't that fucked up? But look, all I know is little black kids like to play basketball and get strong and shit. So we get a little bit muscle earlier on in life. So they get in front of any damn cop that's scared and feels like they need to shoot something. It's going to be little Jamal that gets shot the fuck up. Either way. But keep going.
I see. It's just, I lost my train of thought entirely.
Is Jamal a fit black kid name? Like for like kids? Because I'm not trying to be racist, but most black kids I know named Jamal were kind of fat.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They are still don't matter. If he was fat, he's probably tall. You know, fat tall guy is just as intimidating.
Like the police brutality context. I'm just saying it's like all the black kids I know named Jamal were all fat.
Am I wrong? But like a tall fat guy is still as intimidating as a muscular guy that's a little bit taller than you, but the same size.
Oh yeah, no. That is no.
You just fall on you.
So, I mean, I am the tall fat guy. So
I wanted to
you have a weapon.
I wanted to bring back to what I was talking about a second ago. So like he's saying half of all black deaths are abortion, and it's like, how do you can't even get that statistic. They don't group like abortion as a cause of death on like death databases or anything. Unless she's like literally looking at total black deaths of all time and then looking like, oh, but it's the same as how many abortions there are. Which is ridiculous for a number of reasons. It's like the number one concern for Kanye here, he talks about other things like, fucking violence and shit, but he says the number one concern is abortion, black kids getting aborted. That's the number one concern on his mind for preserving black life and black culture. Fucking like, yeah, I know, right? It's like that's what's on his mind. That's like what he expects you to pick up when he says that.
Oh my God.
Currently.
I
mean, I can keep going, but I want to make it, hey, boom, ask me questions, let's go.
I don't want to jump in too much, because here's what I honestly think. I think you have an extraordinary mind.
I don't really want to be here.
A number of extraordinary talents.
You scare me.
You're a musical genius. You're a fascinating public figure.
Fascinating is a nice way to put it.
Yeah. He looks like a kid that just wants to go home and play Xbox.
Oh my God, he looks like he's pouting.
Interesting to me is to watch the furore which has erupted in the last few weeks over a series of statements that you've made, which have caused, as you know, a lot of offence.
You went down to Flavor Town.
I'm just curious
Piers
as to
Morgan just melting in the soup.
Whether you think there is a line for free speech. I completely agree with you.
I can. So he's clearly trying to railroad this into a conversation about free, that's clearly.
He said the buzzword. Let's go.
Well, he's been saying the buzzwords before. He's talking about canceled, censored, this and that. The whole show's called Piers Morgan Uncensored, which, by the way, he's completely uncensored to begin with. He could say or do fucking anything, and he's still gonna have a career. It doesn't matter. There's no fucking accountability for the shit.
He just cares about his own, personal reputation.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, go ahead.
He's he isn't censored at all. He could drop the N-word in any one of his shows. He'd still have a show, right? He'd still have a reputation. More importantly, he'd have a fucking career and tons of money still. It's a fictional thing. The show's called Piers Morgan Uncensored. That's the marketing, that he's been so famously censored when clearly that's not it's a completely fictional thing because he's literally on television here bitching all fucking day. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, let me just sidetrack this for the 18th million time. But did you hear about the lady that raised up like almost $1 million because she said the N-word to a little black boy and then started a GoFundMe to move out of the neighborhood, and she raised a fuck ton of money. So
yeah. That's the thing. It's like it's all bullshit. It's all just like, oh, I'm gonna get canceled. I'm gonna get censored. And it's like there's cancel culture does not exist.
Yeah, like, no. You shouldn't cancel anybody. You should let somebody be as racist as they want, so you know who they are and how they feel, and you can make fun of them.
Well, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't affect anyone really. Like all these Tucker Carlson, Piers Morgan, Jordan Peterson, all these guys, Ben Shapiro, they all are like, I'm getting censored. I'm getting, my free speech thoughts covered up. Meanwhile, they're fucking like insanely wealthy and successful and have like Fox News is the largest news channel in America, and they still jump up and down and whine about them getting censored and canceled. All that shit.
Yeah, people get more successful the more they say they're being censored and put down.
I think it's really funny actually. With the whole acquisition from Fox over to Disney, the only thing they did not take was Fox News, and that was it. Everything else Disney took from Fox, except for Fox News. Wow. That's it.
Interesting.
Well, that's coming from immoral Disney.
They don't
imagine how immoral you have to be for them to say no.
Disney would sell kid meat if they could. I don't care.
War against free speech, that people are treading on eggshells all the time. They're terrified of expressing honestly held opinions in case they...
Oh my God. This doesn't exist. They can't say the N-word on Twitter anymore.
I can't stop looking at his non-neck. I'm sorry.
Piers Morgan's? Dude,
yeah.
Dude, Kanye is feeling some rage right now. Actually, no. Is it rage or apathy? Or maybe that's the only feelings he can express.
He's horny, hungry, and bored.
He's wondering if he pulls on Piers Morgan's head, if his neck will extend.
Get cancelled. I think we're living in a really insidious era where liberals are behaving like fascists. So,
really now, which one? Okay, out of the two political parties in America, the country you don't live in, by the way, which one is like dragging people into vans unmarked and deporting them without putting them before a judge? To a concentration camp. I'll give you two guesses. That sounds a bit more fascist.
The Green Party.
That sounds a bit more fascist
than
fucking Facebook. You can't call people the N-word on Facebook, except you literally can, and you'll just get your fucking account muted for a day. It's all fake shit.
And they will make you delete it.
Fascists, because you can't fucking call people slurs, except you can. You literally can still. It's just people will fucking criticize you for it. Welcome to free speech.
On that, you have absolutely my agreement. But my question for you is, do you believe there are limits to free speech? And if they are, what are they?
Is he going to answer this question?
There are no limits to free speech. It's all context, right?
You could say my credit card information right now, and it wouldn't, that'd be perfect. That should be perfectly legal.
I should be able to shout fire in a public building.
Yeah,
that's true. You should, if you have common sense.
Yeah, saying there are no limits to free speech, where it's like if it's literally like someone if you're doxing someone or something, that's something that the government prohibits. Slander is another thing that the government prohibits. I think those are reasonable things to censor. Is he against slander? It's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Tarantino can write a movie about slavery where actually him and Jamie, they got the idea from me, because the idea for Django, I pitched to Jamie Foxx and Quentin Tarantino as the video for Gold Digger. And then Tarantino
actually wrote all movies.
Film. But in that film, he puts a context. He creates a context where Leonardo DiCaprio is allowed to use the word multiple times within that.
I thought it was uncensored.
Yeah, I guess it's not. Yeah, I guess it's not.
Was that the mildly strong language?
I could say it like on YouTube and nobody could say shit. But why are you censoring him? Say it.
Yeah. And also, why is the censored bleep 15 times louder than the rest of the audio?
Yeah.
This has happened so many times when we be watching shit. We watching shit on fucking like on YouTube, and the censor is always like 1,000 times louder. I feel like this has happened multiple times on this show.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing. Like they're so unaware of life and how it works.
So
It needs to be like 10 decibels quieter.
Job is to frame things, and they allow what context.
He just said there's no limits to free speech, but really it's all about context.
We have our thoughts. You know, everyone has thoughts and ideas, and then people try to manipulate your thoughts and ideas. In order for humanity to move forward, we have to be free to think and then to actualize. I like the word actualize better than execute.
Shout out to Magicus.
That's a cool word I learned. Actualize.
Think about execute's a negative.
Actualize or materialize, because you know what you gotta be in the skies.
Act in it, and everyone's an actor, especially in Hollywood. I mean, I'm like top 5 writers in human history. So
human existence.
Human history.
Top five writers. Shakespeare could never make whoopity poop to scoop.
Whoop-diddy whoop. Scoop-diddy doop. Poop-diddy whoop.
He said top 5. He didn't even go top 10. He's top 5.
You should have just said you're the best. You should have just go ahead and just said you're the best.
No, he's humble.
I don't know.
He's like, yeah.
I don't know how you're Go ahead.
He's like, there's a couple that are probably better, but like.
I don't know how you're a lyrical genius, but you can't articulate yourself to fucking save your life. You're over here struggling to like produce words in the sentence, and you're supposed to be like I don't know.
He knows actuate.
I mean, the question was, do you think there are limits to free speech? And he's just rambling on about how
I'm the best, because I'm. What do you think about the thing that's going on in the India-Palestine war? You gotta understand, because I'm the best rapper
India-Palestine?
ever. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the world. What the fuck? But look,
there's some shit going on over there.
Do you know where you at right now?
Brown people are fighting each other. What do you think about it? Look, I'm the best rapper that ever did, because I know things and I say words.
So I really get into the power of words, and I feel very akin to Capote,
the power within,
Freud, Nikola Tesla.
Tesla, great writer, Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, there's no I at the end of his name. Is Nikola.
Bruh, Nikola Tesla had bars. I don't know if you know that. Bro was spitting electrical fire.
Oh yeah, he definitely won the epic rap battle of history. We all saw this.
He did.
He was great classic writer, Nikolai Tesla.
Matisse, more Matisse than Picasso, more African.
He's not named a single writer. Picasso? What? Would you tell Picasso to give up his guitar?
Cubism than Matisse. So I just do that. I throw out that kind of.
Why are you nodding to this, Piers?
That's the funny thing. It's like
well, let me hold you up on that. On Matisse, when you say you're more Matisse than Picasso, as somebody who's a fan of Matisse and Picasso, actually, I spent a lot of time in Saint-Tropez with him.
Oh, you've offended him.
Yeah. Also, like Matisse, Picasso, which is how you pronounce it, you British piece of shit. Like none of these people are writers; those are artists. Nikolai Tesla was an inventor.
How does he do that? Is Piers Morgan like sedated partially? Did he have a stroke?
They gotta keep him calm.
Not as much as Kanye is.
No, I'm like, did he have a stroke? What? Look,
he got some kind of stroke going on.
He talked to on the side of his mouth.
Why do you say Matisse? What is it about Matisse that you feel
Matisse British? He's what? This is the worst question ever. What is it about Matisse that you? Do you think the viewers
are
of
better
Piers...
than Nikola Tesla?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you like about Nikola Tesla?
You think the viewers of Piers Morgan Uncensored are big Henry Matisse fans?
Do you think Kanye is?
I feel like Drake is more Picasso and Ye is more Matisse.
I would love to hear the remainder of this. All right.
When we talked about when me and Drake went to do the show last year.
Why is his immediate instinct, by the way, whenever someone's getting criticized, like in the news, like anyone, literally anyone, he always has to side with like the wrong opinion of it. Like you mentioned Bill Cosby earlier, now he's talking about Drake.
What fucking?
He's also a Nazi, so
He's gonna be like, next he's gonna be like, you know, Chris Brown treats women so nice. He's the most gentlest, kindest soul in the world. Never would put a hand on a fly. Sorry.
The thing is, we can make all of these jokes, but it doesn't hit as hard because this is the man who literally said, "No, I love Hitler."
For prison reform and to bring awareness to.
Wait, I clearly we must have missed something.
About when me and Drake went to do the show last year for prison reform and to bring awareness to the
okay, you're talking about Piers Morgan having a stroke.
Incarceration of Larry Hoover. I sent him articles about
He might have some kind of palsy, maybe.
Relationship of Matisse and Picasso, and the need for these people. You need to have that. You know, I need to go into the bar and go to Starbucks.
I believe that.
And go to Starbucks.
You know, that's a form of a modern day bar, right? And just hear Drake's song.
My God, dude. Listening to him
What the fuck was the question he got asked?
He got asked how he's like Matisse, the French artist.
God, this motherfucker's so stupid.
Okay, I really think we're gonna have to revisit this because this is probably gonna be.
Is he trying to be like, oh, Drake is like the more mainstream artist, while Kanye West, or the more like intellectual underground artist?
Yeah, basically.
Man with 12 #1 hits.
Yeah, you literally
$120 million.
You hit it on the
graduation.
nail. For real, you hit it on the nail exactly right there. Everybody else is just, you know, posers, and I'm the real thing. It's like the old death metal fucking competition back in the day.
He's the one that's seeing the forest for the trees. He's awakened, you know. I mean, that's everyone there. It's like they're the main character of Fight Club, where they see the world, like, you know, truly what it is, how materialistic it is. He's
you know, those fucking
maverick.
Those fucking Swedish death metal. Everybody else is poser. You don't understand true death metal. My bandmate, I kill him and use his skull for a picture. I'm so cool.
Oh, fucking! We're talking about fucking mayhem now.
Yeah.
All right.
Man,
Kanye is really the mayhem of.
What?
No, because if he was mayhem, he would at least have I almost said he would at least have good songs. Like Kanye did not make good music at one point.
All right. Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you for joining us, Buffweed. I'd love to hear you. I'd love to have you back on the show another time, man. Do a whole show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
It's not like I do shit.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm glad we finally have someone on the show who can say it.
Someone who can say it. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Then your wife was on the ready.